wrong motorcycle ends your riding years early. The right one adds decades. Today, 82 machines, one massive countdown, zero back pain. Every bike comes with real prices, honest downsides, and the numbers that actually matter after 50. Seat heights, weights, ergonomics. Dirt cheap bargains nobody talks about. A full Harley chapter, automatics that erase clutch pain, trikes that end balance fear, and waiting at number 1. The machine riders search decades for. The best deals are hiding in every corner of this list. Let's go. Chapter 1, the all-round picks. Number 82, Honda Rebel 300 and 500. If you're a senior rider looking for something lightweight, reliable, and confidence-inspiring, the Honda Rebel 300 and 500 are both top picks. These bikes combine satisfaction, approachability, and classic cruiser style in a way few others can. Let's start with size. Both models offer a near-ground seat height of around 27 inches, so you can easily plant both feet at a stop. The Rebel 300 weighs roughly 375 pounds, and the 500 is just a bit heavier, making both extremely manageable, even for riders with reduced strength or mobility. The ergonomics are excellent. The updated seat and handlebars on the 2025 models are designed to reduce fatigue and improve posture. With upgraded suspension, the Rebels glide over bumps and uneven roads with ease. You sit upright in a relaxed position that minimizes strain on your back, shoulders, and wrists, perfect for longer rides. Power delivery is gentle and predictable. The 300 uses a 286 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine, while the 500 features a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin. Both include a slipper clutch that makes shifting easier and subtler, especially helpful for riders with limited grip strength. You also get modern safety features like anti-lock brakes, bright LED lighting, and easy-to-read digital instrumentation. A brand new Rebel 300 starts at $4,849 MSRP, with lightly used 2021 to 2023 models showing up around $3,500 to $4,500. The Rebel 500 kicks off new at $6,499 MRP, with clean used examples typically in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. Whether you're getting back into riding or looking for a cruiser that won't wear you out, the Honda Rebel series offers incredible value, supportive ergonomics, and rider confidence, making it the ultimate senior-friendly motorcycle. Picture it, you buy the bike, it looked clean, it sounded great. 3 weeks later, the bills start, a worn chain, tired forks, a service the seller never mentioned. That's thousands gone on a bike you already paid full price for. Our inspection checklist catches every one of those before you pay, walking the bike like a mechanic. Spend $49 now or lose thousands later. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Don't let a hidden problem drain your wallet. But maybe you still crave a little sport in your riding life without punishing your spine. The next machine proves sporty and smart can share the same garage. Number 81, Yamaha Tracer 7 GT. Now, if you've ever thought, man, I'd love a sporty ride, but my spine's got other plans, then let me introduce you to your new two-wheeled best friend, the Yamaha Tracer 7 GT. This is the bike for riders who crave a little thrill, a lot of comfort, and absolutely zero drama. Think of it as the perfect middle child, not too heavy, not too light, not screaming for attention, but quietly excelling at everything. Here's the part that'll hook you fast. It shares its engine with the legendary MT-07, but with a touring twist. That means you still get that torquey, 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin, famous for its silky acceleration, but now wrapped in a frame that's ready for cross-country adventures or a quick escape from the grandkids. What makes it senior-friendly? Oh, just a few little things that make a huge difference. Upright seating position, so you're not folded up like a lawn chair. Adjustable windshield to slap the wind away from your chest. 2 roomy side cases included. Heated grips because cold hands ruin the ride. Excellent fuel range. You'll tire out before the tank does. And the handling? Light, nimble, confident. Whether you're gliding through mountain curves or rolling to Sunday brunch, this thing rides like it's been tailored to your soul. But there are some downsides too. If you're over 6 feet tall, the seat might feel a little snug on longer hauls. And if you were dreaming of R1 race bike power, this isn't that. This is about practical pleasure, not track day bragging rights. But for everyday joyrides, scenic detours, and weekends with no plans, the Tracer 7 GT is the no-fuss, all-fun machine that proves sporty and smart can coexist. If this guide is already earning its place in your garage, hit that subscribe button right now. 80 more machines are coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's around the bend. Now, if you love the Tracer, there's a middleweight from Kawasaki with a cult following that quietly does everything well, and almost nobody shouts its name from the rooftops. Number 80, Kawasaki vs 650. You know those bikes that look like they have had a few protein shakes and are always up for a spontaneous road trip? That's the Kawasaki vs 6.5. Oh, it may not scream for attention, but give it a minute, and it'll charm your boots off. At first glance, you might think it's just another middleweight commuter, but take one ride, just one, and you'll start to wonder why more people aren't shouting its name from the rooftops. There's a reason this bike has a cult following. The 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine is one of the most well-mannered power plants out there. It's got punch when you need it, chill when you want it, and this almost psychic sense of what the road is doing underneath you. And the seating position? It feels like you're sitting in the bike, not on it. That means more control, more comfort, and way fewer "why does my back hurt" moments. It's high enough for a commanding view, but low enough that your knees won't threaten to retire early. Can you guess what the real magic is? It's the handling. It takes on twists and turns like a mountain goat with manners. It's nimble in traffic, stable on the highway, and can carry a full weekend's worth of luggage without even breaking a sweat. The downside is that it's not flashy. No fancy TFT display, no ego-boosting bells and whistles, no built-in massage chair either. We're still waiting on that, Kawasaki. But sometimes the best bikes are the ones that show up, do their job beautifully, and never ask for applause. The Versys 650 is for the rider who still wants to go places and doesn't need to prove it to anybody. You love the Versys, but would you love something lower, lighter, and so friendly it practically winks at you from across the garage? Our next bike has more personality per pound than machines twice its size. Number 79, Yamaha V-Star 250. Don't let the number fool you. The Yamaha V-Star 250 may look small, but this cruiser has more personality per pound than bikes twice its size. It's the kind of machine that winks at you from across the garage like, hop on, let's ride slow and look good doing it. This is one of the most beginner-friendly, senior-friendly bikes out there, and not because it's some toy. It's because it's low, light, classic, and calm. It is the holy grail for anyone who wants the cool of a cruiser without the wrestling match at every red light. Powered by a 249 cubic centimeters air-cooled V-twin, the V-Star 250 doesn't try to impress you with power. Instead, it whispers comfort and predictability like a favorite old pair of jeans. The throttle response is mellow, and the exhaust note is surprisingly deep for a bike this size. It's got the look and sound of a real cruiser, minus the back-breaking weight. The seat is just 27 inches off the ground, meaning mounting, dismounting, and putting both feet flat are effortless, even if your knees have been filing complaints for years. It sips fuel like it's on a permanent diet, often getting over 70 miles per gallon, which means you can ride more and fill up less. What's the downside? It's not built for highway domination. At 60 to 65 miles per hour, it's comfy. Beyond that, you'll feel like you're asking a puppy to pull a sled. But for town rides, back roads, and just feeling the wind in your hair or helmet, this little legend does the job beautifully. But if you are looking for something that defies expectations, the Germans built a rolling sculpture with the biggest boxer engine in their history. If James Bond retired today, I bet this would be his ride. Number 78, BMW R18. Now listen, if James Bond retired and bought a motorcycle, I bet it would be the BMW R18. This is a statement piece, a rolling sculpture, a cruiser with soul. Built with BMW precision but dressed like a vintage bad boy, the R18 blends old-school charm with just enough modern magic to make you feel like you're riding a museum exhibit that does 100 miles per hour. Underneath that long, low, drop-dead gorgeous frame is a 1,802 cubic centimeter Boxer twin engine, the largest boxer BMW has ever made. It rumbles like a distant storm, but rides smoother than a blues solo on a summer night. You'll feel every throb, every pulse, and every drop of character this engine has to offer. Here's why it's senior-friendly and just plain epic. Low seat height, perfect for flat-foot confidence. Relaxed riding position with wide bars and forward pegs. Torque-rich delivery. It pulls strong in every gear without needing to scream. Classic analog-style gauges, mixed with ABS, traction control, and even hill start assist. And yes, that build quality is exquisite. It's not light. Coming in at over 750 pounds, this beast requires a bit of muscle at low speeds. And while it handles well once moving, you're not doing any motocross jumps on this thing. Plus, the minimalist design means no fairing, so wind protection is minimal. But for riders who want to feel the ride, look like a legend, and roll into the sunset with style, torque, and history on their side, the BMW R18 might just be the last bike you'll ever need. But if you want American attitude instead, there's a low-slung legend that blends cruiser comfort with sport bike reflexes. Marlon Brando would approve. Number 77, Indian Scout. Imagine Marlon Brando in leather, but with ABS, brakes, and fuel injection. That's legacy. That's the Indian Scout. It is a low-slung slice of Americana that rumbles like a storm, but rides smoother than a Sinatra record. This bike is all attitude and all comfort, bundled into one handsome beast. Its liquid-cooled 1,133 cubic centimeter V-twin engine delivers a jaw-dropping 100 horsepower. But don't worry, it doesn't buck or bite. The power delivery is so refined. It's like the bike knows your joints don't do sudden movements anymore. Twist the throttle and you're off. Swift, steady, and smiling. The seat height is just under 26 inches, meaning it's one of the lowest cruisers on the market. Perfect for seniors who want to plant both feet confidently at every stoplight. And the handling? For a cruiser, it's shockingly agile. Thanks to a lightweight cast aluminum frame, you're not dragging this bike around corners. It flows. You get cruiser comfort with sport bike responsiveness. It's the motorcycle equivalent of wearing orthopedic shoes that somehow look dangerously cool. And oh, the looks. From the chrome pipes to the sculpted tank and old-school badging, this thing turns heads wherever it parks. You'll have strangers asking, is that new or vintage? The answer, yes. One downside is its limited wind protection. This isn't a long-haul tour with a windshield the size of a billboard. On the highway, the wind will flirt with your shoulders. But that's part of the experience, right? Now, who said seniors can't enjoy a sport bike? Honda built one so balanced and forgiving that riders in their 70s still swear by it. Number 76, Honda CBR 600RR. The Honda CBR 600RR is proof that speed, precision, and reliability can live in perfect harmony. And yes, even senior riders can fall in love with this sport-focused legend. While most sport bikes are designed for the young and the restless, the CBR 600RR delivers a package that is sharp, responsive, yet surprisingly friendly to ride. Step back for a moment and picture this. A motorcycle that can carve through twisty roads like a scalpel, yet still behave itself during a relaxed Sunday cruise. That's the magic of this machine. It's balanced, it's refined, and it's built with Honda's unbreakable DNA. The seating position, while sporty, isn't as extreme as the bigger litter class superbikes. That means older riders can still enjoy athletic handling without feeling like they've been folded into a pretzel. The controls are light and precise, and the throttle response is silky smooth, making the CBR easy to live with, whether you're navigating city streets or opening it up on the highway. When brand new in 2003, the CBR 600RR sold for around $9,000. Today, you can find well-cared-for used examples in the $4,000 to $6,000 range. And thanks to Honda's build quality, many of these bikes are still running as flawlessly as the day they rolled out of the showroom. Owner reviews are filled with words like perfect handling, bulletproof engine, and best balanced sport bike ever built. Seniors who ride them often mention that while it has all the speed and agility you could want, it doesn't feel intimidating. It feels confident, controlled, and rewarding. This is also a motorcycle that rewards skill. The more you ride it, the more it reveals its depth. It will happily putter along at a relaxed pace, but twist that throttle, and it comes alive with a surge of pure excitement that reminds you exactly why you fell in love with motorcycles in the first place. The styling is timeless, aggressive without being over the top, sleek without losing its identity. Even 2 decades later, it still looks fresh parked next to modern bikes. That's the beauty of a design that was born to be classic. But perhaps the biggest reason seniors love the CBR 600RR is that it's a bike you can grow with. Now let's talk money, because the next stretch of this countdown is packed with underrated bargains that cost less than a used golf cart and ride like a dream. No hype, no gimmicks, just real bikes that do the job and do it well. Chapter 2, Cheap and Underrated. Number 75, Suzuki Savage LS65. Oh, if you're looking for a lightweight cruiser that's easy to ride and easier to afford, the Suzuki Savage LS650 is a hidden gem that seniors swear by. This bike has been around for decades and barely changed, and that's a good thing. At its core is a 650 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine. It's air-cooled, simple to maintain, and puts out enough power to cruise at 60 to 70 miles per hour without straining. This engine is thumpy, torquey, and smooth. No surprise tech, just twist and go. Weighing around 390 pounds wet, the Savage is light enough for most riders to flat-foot comfortably. The seat height is a senior-friendly 27 inches, which means you won't struggle at traffic stops or in the driveway. It's the kind of bike you can hop on and ride all day without any digital learning curve. The design is straight-up cruiser, low-slung, laid-back, and surprisingly comfy. It doesn't try to be anything it's not, and that's exactly why it works so well. The seat is well-padded, the handlebars are naturally positioned, and the rear suspension handles bumps better than you'd expect for a budget bike. Now here's where it gets even better. Brand new, the last model sold for around $5,800. But used models? You can grab one for as low as $3,800, often with low miles and in great condition. This bike is bare bones in the best way. No ride modes, no complicated electronics, just you, the road, and a machine that won't let you down. And if the Savage impressed you with its simplicity, there's one that is a retro classic that combines comfort, history, and all-day cruise power without breaking the bank. Number 74, Honda Shadow Aero 750. If there's one bike that checks every box for seniors, comfort, affordability, low seat height, and bulletproof reliability, it's the Honda Shadow Aero 750. This machine has been riding strong for decades and continues to be a no-brainer for riders who just want to enjoy the road. Under the tank, you'll find a 745 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin engine that hums along with that signature low-end rumble. It produces around 45 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. Not crazy fast, but strong enough to take you on long weekend rides, even 2-up. The seat sits low at around 26.7 inches. That means if you've got shorter legs or knee issues, you'll love how easy it is to mount, stop, and paddle around a parking lot. At just over 500 pounds wet, it's not too heavy to handle, and once moving, the weight disappears thanks to its perfectly balanced frame. The fuel tank holds about 3.7 gallons, giving you a solid 150 miles of range before needing a top-up. Not bad for a classic cruiser with a carburetor or basic fuel injection, depending on the year. What really makes the Shadow stand out is the smooth ride. The floorboards, wide saddle, and swept-back bars are engineered for maximum comfort. And maintenance? This is a Honda. It'll run forever with regular oil changes and a little love. Now for the price, brand new, you could snag one for just under $8,000. But used? You can easily find clean, low-mileage models for around $3,000 to $4,000. That's a steal for the build quality and longevity you're getting. Imagine walking into a viewing holding all the cards. You know the fair price, you know your opening offer, and you know the exact number where you walk away. That's how you knock hundreds, even thousands off the asking price. Our buyer's kit hands you those numbers for just $49. Negotiate from facts and never overpay again. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Right away, knowing you got the best deal. If the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗥𝗦 feels like a time capsule from when cruisers were simple and strong, there's a low-tech machine that brings old-school charm without the old-school problems. It is retro and modern at the same time. Number 73, Moto Guzzi V7. When most people think of Italian bikes, they imagine screaming super bikes with electronics galore. But the Moto Guzzi V7 Classic is built differently. This is a low-tech, high-soul machine that seniors fall in love with for its easy manners, upright ergonomics, and unique style. Power comes from a 745 cubic centimeter air-cooled V-twin, mounted transversely. That engine layout gives it a signature rock when you blip the throttle, and it makes just around 50 horsepower with 44 pound-feet of torque. Not overwhelming, just enough to get up to speed and stay there without stress. It weighs about 436 pounds fully loaded, and thanks to the low center of gravity, it handles like a much lighter bike. The seat height is comfortable, around 30 inches, making it accessible for most riders. And the upright bars keep your back and shoulders relaxed for long rides. Fuel capacity sits at around 4.4 gallons, and you can easily stretch that into 150 miles or more. The bike sips gas and begs for weekend rides through twisty back roads or scenic highways. And while it has modern brakes and ABS, there's not much else to distract you. New, the V7 Classic used to go for just under $9,000. But today, used models in excellent shape can be found for around $4,500 to $5,000. That's a great value for a bike that stands out in any crowd. Sounds amazing and feels like it was built to last. If you appreciate a ride that feels like a machine and not a gadget, this one's for you. But if Italian charm isn't your thing, stick around. There's an American-style classic from Japan that's been touted as one of the smoothest, most stable cruisers ever made. No ride modes, no fuss. Number 72, Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic. If you want a true cruiser that offers stability, low seat height, and all-day adversity-free riding, then the Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic should be on your radar. This is a time-tested American-style classic designed for simplicity and comfort. No ride modes, no fuss. At its heart is a 903 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin engine delivering a smooth 50 horsepower and 58 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. The power is linear and predictable, perfect for relaxed cruising with forgiving throttle control. Weighing in at 619 pounds. Curb weight, this bike feels incredibly stable at speed, yet is surprisingly manageable at low speeds thanks to its low center of gravity. The seat height is an accessible 26.8 inches, so most riders can rest both feet flat on the ground with ease. It holds 5.3 gallons of fuel, giving you a range of around 150 to 170 miles between fill-ups, depending on throttle habits. The Vulcan 900 Classic features a 5-speed transmission and a Kevlar-reinforced belt final drive, eliminating chain maintenance altogether. Suspension comes from a 41mm Showa fork with 5.9 inches of travel and a rear unitrack swing arm with adjustable preload for 4.1 inches of travel. Braking is handled by a single 300mm front disc and single 270mm rear disc for straightforward stopping power. A brand new bike will cost around $9,400 with destination, but used models in great condition trade for between $5,000 and $7,000. For a bike that blends classic style, easy handling, and total rider confidence, this is hard to beat. If the Vulcan's classic lines and simplicity speak to you, try not to show emotion when you see a Japanese standard that balances uptown comfort with downtown ease. Number 71, Yamaha V-Star 650. custom. Now here's a bike that flies under the radar but delivers big on comfort and style without the complicated tech overload. The Yamaha V-Star 650 Custom is a low-slung cruiser with old-school vibes and modern-day reliability. Built for riders who want simplicity, comfort, and a price tag that doesn't bite. Under the tank, you'll find a 650 cubic centimeter air-cooled V-twin engine. It's carbureted, which means easy home maintenance and fewer electronics to worry about. It puts out around 40 horsepower, and the power band is smooth and predictable. No twitchy surprises here, just a thumpy, laid-back ride. The seat height is 27.4 inches, making it perfect for seniors or riders with shorter inseams. And at 582 pounds wet, it's easy to balance, even in stop-and-go traffic. With a 4.2-gallon fuel tank, it gives you about 150 to 170 miles per tank, depending on your throttle hand. Not bad for a mid-size cruiser. It's got a 5-speed transmission with a shaft drive, so no chain maintenance. The ride is smooth thanks to a telescopic front fork and twin rear shocks, and braking is straightforward with a front disc and rear drum. You can find used models for as low as $3,000, while really clean ones rarely cross $4,000. It's no longer in production, but parts are plentiful and reliable. The V-Star 650 Custom is a great choice if you want a classic looker that runs forever, costs little, and treats your back and knees kindly. But if you're after something with a bit more old-world charm and a price tag that barely registers, the next bike proves that sometimes less really is more. Number 70, Royal Enfield Meteor 350. Sometimes less is more, and the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 proves exactly that. This bike is not about speed or tech or showing off. It's about enjoying the ride. Simple, smooth, classic, and honestly, it might be the best entry-level cruiser for seniors on a budget. At the heart of the Meteor is a 349 cubic centimeter, single-cylinder, air oil-cooled engine that makes around 20 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound like much, but here's the thing. It's tuned for torque at low RPMs, which means easy riding, especially around town or on scenic back roads. The seat height is 29.7 inches, which is just right for most riders. The low center of gravity helps with balance, and the bike's curb weight of 421 pounds makes it very manageable even for folks returning to riding after a long break. It features a 5-speed gearbox, a 4-gallon fuel tank, and gives you about 70 miles per gallon. That's a real range of around 270 miles per tank. Impressive for such a small cruiser. What makes it even better? The Meteor comes with Enfield's unique Tripper navigation, which pairs with your phone to show turn-by-turn directions on a small round display. That's the only tech you'll see here. Just enough to help, but not enough to distract. Brand new models start around $4,700, and lightly used ones can be found for under $4,000. If you want an affordable, relaxed, classic-looking bike that lets you take in the breeze and the view, this is it. But if you want that full-size American cruiser look with shaft drive simplicity and a price that embarrasses the big brands, Suzuki built exactly that, and almost everyone walks right past it. Number 69, Suzuki Boulevard C50. Now this is a bike that knows how to treat you right. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 is that underrated gem most folks overlook. But for seniors who want classic cruiser style with comfort and simplicity, it's pure gold. Let's start with the engine. You're looking at a 492 cubic centimeter fuel-injected V-twin that delivers 33 horsepower and 39 pound-feet of torque. It's not meant to win races, but it will pull you smoothly through town and cruise effortlessly on country highways. Twist the throttle, and it responds like a loyal old friend. The seat height, just 27.6 inches. And that low seating position means excellent balance and easy footing at stops. The bike weighs about 634 pounds. But don't let that number scare you. It carries its weight low, so it feels lighter than it looks. You also get a 5-speed transmission, a shaft drive for easy maintenance, and a classic chopper look that'll turn heads at the diner. The 4.1-gallon fuel tank gives you around 200 miles per fill-up, and it's not stuffed with modern gadgets, just old-school riding pleasure with no distractions. What's the price? Brand new, you'll spend around $7,000, but a clean used model can go for under. Number 68, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗧𝗢𝗕 STR. Here's one you've probably never heard of, but you should. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗧𝗢𝗕 STR is a low-key masterpiece from Italy that combines rideability, comfort, and solid engineering into one slick machine. For seniors who want something different without giving up reliability, this one hits the mark. Let's talk power. Underneath that stylish bodywork is a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, delivering 61 horsepower and 54 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, it's responsive, and it makes highway riding feel like slicing through warm butter. You get a 6-speed transmission and a light clutch, perfect for riders who want that smooth shifting experience without stress. And with a low seat height of around 31.3 inches, it's easy to plant your feet flat and stay in control. Now here's the best part. It carries a 4.2-gallon fuel tank and weighs just under 490 pounds, meaning it's light enough for city riding and stable enough for longer trips. This thing is all-day comfort with an edge. No ridiculous tech overload here. You get what you need: a clean dash, traction control, LED lights, and ABS. Nothing more. Nothing to distract from the ride. Brand new, the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘 STR costs about $7,500, and used models can be found for around $5,500 depending on mileage and condition. If you're a senior looking for a motorcycle that stands out from the crowd, rides like a dream, and costs less than most Japanese or American options, this is your secret weapon. And if you thought this Italian sleeper was cool, wait until you see what the Germans did when they shrunk their legendary adventure bike down to featherweight size. Number 67, BMW G310GS. Some bikes look small until you ride them. The BMW G310GS is that kind of bike. Built by a brand known for luxury touring and engineering precision, this is the baby GS, but don't let that fool you. It offers big riding confidence in a smaller package. At the heart of this machine is a 313 cubic centimeter, single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine that puts out 34 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. Now those numbers may not sound wild, but here's the deal. This bike only weighs about 375 pounds wet. That makes it one of the lightest and most nimble adventure bikes on the road. The seat height sits just under 33.5 inches, but it feels lower thanks to its narrow waist. And if you're a senior rider looking for something light, comfortable, and forgiving, this is one of the best in the business. Fuel capacity is just under 4 gallons, but with great fuel economy, you're looking at around 250 to 300 miles per tank, enough for full-day riding. The suspension is soft but supportive, built to handle potholes or light trails without punishing your back. Ergonomics are spot on. Upright seating, wide bars, and mid-mounted pegs give you an all-day riding posture. The clutch pull is light and gear shifts are smooth and predictable, perfect for anyone who wants comfort without complications. Tech is kept simple. You get ABS, a digital display, and not much else, and that's exactly why riders love it. Less tech means fewer distractions and more reliability in the long run. New, the G310GS sells for around $5,900. But on the used market, you can often find clean examples for under $4,000 with low miles and dealer service history. The G310GS punches above its weight. It's easy to ride, easy to maintain, and cheap to insure. But if you want a bike like the BMW with real style and no unnecessary complications, there is a hidden gem that deserves a spot in your garage. You can get it for cheaper and it won't break your back. Number 66, 𝐿𝐿𝐺𝗕𝗂. Now here's a name you don't hear every day, 𝐿𝐿𝐺, but they're GV650. 𝗕𝗄𝐿𝐴 Cruiser deserves a serious look if you're a senior rider wanting affordable power and classic comfort. Powered by a 647 cubic centimeter, liquid-cooled V-twin, this Korean-built cruiser pumps out about 74 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of torque. That's the kind of grunt that will easily keep up with bigger bikes, but at a fraction of the cost. This bike weighs around 540 pounds wet. It's solid but not unwieldy. With a low seat height of 27.9 inches, it gives you that classic feet-flat riding position, perfect for older riders who want stability at stops. You'll find a fuel tank that holds over 4.2 gallons, which means you can cruise well over 200 miles before needing a refill. The ergonomics are laid back, with a comfortable wide saddle and forward controls that don't strain your hips or knees. What surprises most people about the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗥𝗦 is the engine character. It's sporty, torquey, and sounds like a proper middleweight muscle bike. And because the engine design is inspired by Suzuki's old SV650 platform, parts are surprisingly accessible. There's no high-end tech here. You get a simple analog gauge, basic lighting, and brakes with standard ABS. But it works. Less complexity means fewer things to go wrong and more money in your pocket. You can find used examples for as little as $2,500. New when available, they retailed for around $6,500. Already a deal compared to big brand cruisers. Maintenance is straightforward, and many owners report reliable performance over years of riding. The GV650. 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 may be a forgotten name in cruiser circles, but for older riders looking for torque, style, and comfort without spending a fortune, this is a bike worth remembering. Quick favor, if this list is saving you money, tap that like button right now. One tap helps more riders find bikes that won't wreck their backs or their wallets. Now, our next bike is for riders who believe comfort should come first. A 90s cult favorite that feels like a much bigger cruiser without the weight. Number 65, Yamaha Virago 535. This one is for riders who believe comfort should come first. The Yamaha Virago 535 is a bike that delivers the classic cruiser experience without all the bulk or tech clutter. Built in the 1990s and early 2000s, it was Yamaha's midsize cruiser that became a cult favorite among experienced riders and beginners alike. Powering this machine is a 533 cubic centimeter air-cooled V-twin engine. It delivers around 46 horsepower and 44 pound-feet of torque. What makes this motor special is how smooth it is. You get a calm and controlled response at low RPMs, which is perfect for senior riders who value predictability and ease. The 5-speed transmission shifts like butter, and the shaft drive means there is almost no maintenance. No chains to clean, no belts to worry about. The bike weighs around 430 pounds wet, which keeps it light enough to handle with confidence at low speeds or in tight turns. The seat height is just a hair under 27 inches, so it is ideal for shorter riders or anyone with reduced mobility. The relaxed ergonomics, wide handlebars, and deep saddle make this one of the most comfortable mid-size cruisers ever made. Fuel capacity sits at just under 4 gallons, which is enough for well over 150 miles of relaxed cruising. It is not a highway rocket, but it will keep a steady pace all day long with no vibration and zero stress on your joints. What seniors love most about the Virago is its classic look and the fact that it feels like a bigger cruiser without being heavy. It is a no-fuss bike, no ABS, no rider modes, just simple and reliable, and parts are still widely available. You can even customize it endlessly. A used Yamaha Virago 535 in good shape will run you around $2,000 to $3,500, depending on the year and mileage. And for that price, you get a timeless cruiser that feels like an old friend from the first ride. Now, if you thought the Virago was simple and dependable, wait until you see the next bike. It is a sleek underdog from a brand nobody expected to deliver such a smooth and comfy ride. Number 64, CF Moto 300 CL-X. If you thought all affordable bikes were either boring or unreliable, think again. The CF Moto 300 CL-X is the dark horse in the budget cruiser game. Most people have never even heard of it, but this small Chinese-built bike delivers big in comfort, style, and practicality. Right out of the gate, you are getting a fuel-injected, liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine that churns out about 27 horsepower. That may not sound like a beast, but for a 300 cubic centimeters cruiser weighing under 380 pounds, it is more than enough to carve city corners or cruise easy on scenic back roads. The seat sits low at just under 31 inches, which makes this bike very senior-friendly. The handlebars are up and wide, keeping your back upright and your wrists relaxed. Add in a 6-speed gearbox, and you get smooth transitions without the engine feeling buzzy or overworked. It has a fuel tank that holds just under 3 gallons, giving you plenty of range for casual riding. Most importantly, it looks like something worth $5,000, but you can get one brand new for under $4,000. Used models can go for as low as $3,500 if you're lucky. And get this, it includes Bosch ABS as standard and LED lighting all around. Yet it feels as low-tech as any classic cruiser. This is one of the most underrated bikes out there for older riders who want something light, cool, and comfortable without all the tech or the price tag. Keep your eyes on this one. The 300 CLX is going to surprise a lot of folks. And speaking of surprises, the next bike looks like a 600, costs less than a riding lawnmower, and almost nobody knows its name. Number 63, 𝗕𝗄𝐑 250. At first glance, the 𝗕𝗄𝐑 250 does not look like a 250 at all. It looks like a much bigger cruiser. That is exactly why senior riders love it. You get the comfort and presence of a 600, but with the lightweight handling and affordable price tag of a true beginner bike. Under the tank, you have a 249 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin engine that delivers around 28 horsepower and 19 pound-feet of torque. For a 250, those numbers are impressive. But the real magic is in how this bike rides. The engine is smooth, the clutch is light, and the power band is linear. It does not jerk or surprise you, it flows. The 𝗕𝗥𝗧 weighs about 400 pounds wet, so it is very manageable for anyone who is not looking to wrestle a heavyweight cruiser. The seat height is a comfortable 28 inches, and the low center of gravity makes balancing at red lights or parking lots a total breeze. The foot controls are forward set, the handlebars are high and wide, and the riding triangle is relaxed and natural. Now here is the surprising part. The fuel tank holds 4.2 gallons. That is huge for a bike this size. With fuel economy well over 60 miles per gallon, you can cruise 200 miles before even thinking about gas. This is rare in this category. What seniors really appreciate is how the 𝗕𝗥𝗧 gives you confidence. It is low-tech, but not cheap. The build quality is strong. It has a modern look, but an old-school feel. There is no ABS, no traction control, no touchscreen. Just a reliable bike that wants to go where you go, quietly and comfortably. Used prices range from $1,500 to $2,500 depending on condition. That makes it one of the most affordable and underrated cruisers on the market. If you want big style, easy handling, and a bike that does not overwhelm, the 𝗕𝗄𝐑 250 delivers way above its weight class. Now let's step things up, because the next stretch of this countdown belongs to the cruisers, and we're starting with a Milwaukee machine that flips from daily commuter to long-distance tourer in seconds. Quick pause before the cruisers. Imagine standing in front of a bike you want, the seller swearing it's perfect. That's where riders overpay by thousands on a $10,000 bike. Our buyer's kit tells you what it's really worth, your fair price, and when to walk away. A wrong bike costs thousands. This kit, just $49. The easiest money you'll ever save. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Let's get that bike you've always wanted for even cheaper. Chapter 3, Cruisers. Number 62, Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. Some bikes cruise. This one glides. The Harley-Davidson Sport Glide blends rider-friendly ease, muscle, and touring versatility into a package that's perfect for senior riders who want more than just a Sunday spin. Let's talk relaxation. The seat height, just under 26 inches. That's ultra accessible, really close to the ground, making it a breeze to mount and dismount, even if your knees don't bend like they used to. Add forward-mounted foot controls and a broad, padded saddle, and you've got a riding position built for the long haul. The suspension, it's a monoshock rear with hydraulic preload adjustment, no tools needed. You can dial it in for a solo cruise or load it up for two-up touring. Under the tank, a Milwaukee 8 1,745 cubic centimeter V-twin that cranks out over 80 horsepower in serious torque right off idle. It's balanced, predictable, and surprisingly easy to handle, even with a curb weight around 699 pounds. Brand new Sport glides list for about $18,600 MSRP, while clean, recent used models typically go for $12,000 to $14,000. ABS brakes, LED lighting, cruise control, and a smart security system all come standard. And if that wasn't enough, the quick detach fairing and locking saddlebags mean this bike can flip from daily commuter to long-distance tourer in seconds. With a 5-gallon tank and a real-world range that takes you well past 250 miles, the Sport Glide doesn't stop until you do. For seniors who want minimal effort, high reward, and classic Harley presence with modern ergonomic ease, the Sport Glide delivers, and then some. But if the Sport Glide feels a little too bulky for your taste, or you're not into full-dress touring gear but still want that same reduced ease with a dose of classic cool, then British Engineering has you covered too. What's next? A stripped-down icon with old-school swagger and modern soul. Number 61, Triumph Bonneville Bobber. Some cruisers are just built different. The Triumph Bonneville Bobber. It's not trying to be loud or overbearing. It's here to prove that elegance, luxury, and raw torque can coexist, especially for senior riders who want a ride that's easy to handle, easy on the joints, and hard not to love. First, the seat. That floating solo perch sits flat and wide, almost like it's inviting you in for a ride. At stoplights, both feet plant firmly. Getting on and off, no leg gymnastics required. It's cruiser luxury with none of the clumsy bulk. Wide bars and mid-mounted pegs give you that perfect upright riding posture. No hunching, no wrist strain. Add in the upgraded suspension for 2025, and the ride turns seamless without losing that stripped-back bobber style. Potholes. What potholes? But don't let the chill vibes fool you. This thing's got muscle. The 1,200 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine makes 106 Newton meters of torque, tuned for low-end grunt. That means sleek, predictable acceleration, whether you're cruising through town or hitting the highway. No wrestling, no revving the guts out of it. And it's not just power, it's smart too. You've got ABS, traction control, cruise control, and multiple ride modes like rain and road. All the tech that keeps things safe and smooth, but never gets in your way. At under 553 pounds wet, it's lighter than many traditional cruisers. Brand new Bonnie Bobbers start around $13,500, while well-maintained used models from the last couple years typically sell for between $8,500 and $10,000. That means it's easier to back out of a parking spot, easier to U-turn in your driveway, and easier to enjoy mile after mile. LED lights boost visibility. The display is clean and simple, and the build quality. Classic Triumph, tight, refined, and built to last. And here's the kicker. Riders over 50 consistently praise it. They say it feels manageable, not intimidating. Powerful, but never exhausting. It's the kind of bike that respects your experience, while still giving you that spark you felt decades ago. If you want classic styling, modern tech, and a ride that feels like it was tailor-made for senior well-being, the Bonneville Bobber might just be your forever bike. Now the Bobber might win hearts with its British charm and floating seat, but not everyone's after that minimalist, solo rider aesthetic. What if you want something more grounded, more practical, and built with the kind of quiet confidence only Honda can deliver? Then it's time we talk about a cruiser that doesn't just ride subtle, it ages like fine steel. Number 60, Honda Shadow Phantom. If your idea of the perfect cruiser is something accessible, refined, and built like it just gets you, meet the Honda Shadow Phantom. This bike isn't about flash. It's about relaxation, reliability, and that effortless cool only a true classic can deliver. Let's talk about the seat. It's only 25.6 inches high. That means easy mounting, steady stops, and flat foot confidence at every red light. The narrow tank and grounded center of gravity make it feel even more stable, especially for riders who don't want to wrestle a heavyweight. Convenience is the name of the game here. The wide, swept-back bars keep your shoulders relaxed, the mid-mounted pegs offer a natural leg position, and the updated seat padding on the 2025 model adds that extra cushion for longer rides. It's like cruising on a firm leather couch in the best way. In price, a brand new Shadow Phantom will run you about $8,699, while clean used ones are often found around $5,500. The 745 cubic centimeters V twin engine delivers just the right punch, with smooth torque to pull you through traffic or highway stretches without any drama. It's steady, calm, and easy to control, even if you're returning to riding after years away. Honda added a shaft final drive, which means no chain maintenance. Just gas it and go. The ride quality is solid too. Front forks and dual rear shocks soak up bumps with ease, giving you that fluid cruiser glide over cracked pavement or backroad potholes. Safety-wise, you're covered. ABS comes standard. The LED lighting helps you stay visible in all conditions, and the new digital dash is compact, clean, and easy to read, even without your glasses. At 553 pounds wet, it's lighter than many traditional cruisers, but still feels planted and stable at speed. Parking lot maneuvers, no sweat. Styling-wise, it's got that blacked-out bobber look, timeless, clean, and cool. Honda also offers a range of accessories so you can add saddlebags, backrests, or a windshield to match your style or touring needs. And best of all, it's a Honda. That means legendary reliability, minimal maintenance, and real peace of mind. If you want laid-back support, dependable performance, and old-school cruiser charm without the bulk, the Shadow Phantom delivers. The Shadow is simple, soulful, and built to last. But maybe you want more adjustability, not just in performance, but in how the bike fits your body. Taller, shorter, stiffer joints? Kawasaki thought of all of it. What's next isn't just a cruiser, it's a fully customizable fit system on two wheels, and it's changing the game for senior riders who refuse to compromise. Number 59, Kawasaki Vulcan S Ergo Fit. Most cruisers expect you to adapt to them. The Vulcan S, it adapts to you. Thanks to Kawasaki's clever Ergo Fit system, this is one of the most customizable cruisers on the market, making it a godsend for senior riders who know that rider ease isn't one size fits all. Let's start with fit. You can choose from 18 different seat, handlebar, and foot peg positions, dialing in your perfect posture, whether you're tall, short, stiff in the knees, or just picky about ergonomics. And at just 27.8 inches, the seat is nicely approachable for easy mounts, dismounts, and flat foot confidence at every stop. Once you're in the saddle, the ride posture is all about ease, upright, relaxed, and strain-free. The 7-position rear suspension lets you fine-tune your ride quality, soaking up bumps whether you're riding solo or fully loaded with gear. Under the hood, you've got a 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, borrowed from the Ninja family. Silky, responsive, and full of low-end torque without ever feeling twitchy. The 6-speed transmission shifts like butter, and the lightweight build, just under 500 pounds, makes slow handling a breeze. When it comes to price, the 2024 Vulcan S ABS comes in at around $7,899 brand new, while used models often list between $5,000 and $6,500, depending on year and mileage. Need safety? You've got it. ABS is available for confident braking, and LED headlights and taillights keep you visible no matter the time of day. The digital LCD dash is clean, simple, and easy to read, even if your glasses are back in the tank bag. Styling-wise, the Vulcan S nails that balance between sporty and classic. It's got cruiser curves with sport bike DNA, so it feels nimble without losing its laid-back attitude. And if you like to tinker, there are loads of accessories available. Windscreens, saddlebags, backrests, you name it. It's also minimal maintenance and fuel efficient, sipping just around 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which keeps costs down and smiles up. In short, The Vulcan S offers a ride that fits you, literally. If you want a cruiser that's tailored to your body, easy to handle, and built with rider-friendly design and confidence in mind, the Vulcan S is the total package. The Vulcan S is a masterclass in fit and function, especially for riders who want to fine-tune every contact point. But let's say you want British character, a torque-rich twin, and modern electronics wrapped in timeless classic styling. The next machine crosses the Atlantic with something special. Number 58, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗥'𝗦. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗥'𝗦 is the machine that proves British engineering can build a modern classic cruiser that genuinely delivers on its iconic heritage promise without resorting to nostalgic compromise. The 1200cc liquid-cooled parallel twin produces approximately 80 horsepower and 105 Newton-meters of torque. Seat height is 30.9 inches. Weight is approximately 528 pounds wet. Now let's talk about why this bike is good. The ride-by-wire throttle, traction control, and multiple riding modes bring genuinely modern technology to a machine wearing timeless classic styling with exceptional integrity. The torque-rigged parallel twin delivers accessible, progressive power that makes urban riding feel effortlessly relaxed. The upright riding position is genuinely back-friendly across extended distances. The downside is the premium pricing that places it significantly above Japanese alternatives, with comparable displacement and performance specifications. Reliability is strong with Triumph's modern liquid-cooled platform. New pricing is approximately $10,900. Quality used examples sell between $7,000 and $9,000. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗚 is British excellence. But what if you want American-style thunder, with shaft drive and one of the lowest seat heights in the full-size cruiser category? The next machine has been quietly winning this argument for years. Number 57, Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic. The Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic is the machine that experienced riders point to when someone asks what the best value proposition in the shaft drive mid-size cruiser category looks like. And the used market has been agreeing at prices that make informed buyers feel legitimately guilty. The 1,063 cubic centimeters air-cooled V-twin produces approximately 60 horsepower and 87 Newton-meters of torque. Seat height is 27.2 inches. Weight is approximately 590 pounds wet. Why is it good? The belt drive on the classic variant and shaft drive on alternative configurations eliminate chain maintenance entirely. The low, wide saddle delivers natural, upright riding geometry that senior riders and returning motorcyclists describe as the most back-friendly cruiser ergonomics available at this price point. The V-twin's low-rev torque character makes urban riding feel genuinely effortless. Reliability remains strong. Quality used examples sell between $3,000 and $4,500, representing exceptional value for this specification. The V-Star 1100 is a shaft drive bargain. But what if you want German premium engineering in a naked format with a name so iconic it stopped conversations at bike meets for an entire decade? Number 56, BMW R9T. The BMW R9T is the machine that BMW Motorrad built to celebrate 90 years of motorcycle production and immediately became one of the most visually influential naked cruisers of its entire generation, a designation it has maintained without meaningful challenge. The 993 cubic centimeters air and oil-cooled boxer twin produces approximately 110 horsepower and 116 Newton-meters of torque. Seat height is 31.5 inches. Weight is approximately 495 pounds wet. Why is it good? The Boxer twins' horizontal cylinders extending into the airstream create an engine personality completely unlike any other configuration available in the cruiser category. The shaft drive eliminates chain maintenance. The upright riding position delivers genuine day-long comfort. BMW's premium build quality is immediately apparent in every surface and functional component. Reliability is strong with appropriate maintenance. New pricing is approximately $14,900. Quality used examples sell between $10,000 and $12,500. The R9T is German excellence. But what if you want maximum displacement, maximum torque, and a machine that produces a riding experience so physically overwhelming, it requires a moment of quiet reflection before describing it? The next machine is where excess becomes an art form. Number 55, Triumph Rocket 3. The Triumph Rocket 3 is the machine containing the largest displacement engine of any production motorcycle currently available. And the riding experience it delivers makes every other cruiser on this list feel like it has been operating with a significant handicap. The 2,299 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled inline triple produces 167 horsepower and 163 foot-pounds of torque, a torque figure that is genuinely extraordinary and makes the highway experience feel like operating heavy industrial machinery rather than riding a motorcycle in the most magnificent possible sense. Seat height is 29.1 inches. Weight is approximately 647 pounds wet. Why is it good? The torque delivery at low revolutions is an experience for which adequate verbal description essentially does not exist. The machine moves with casual, thunderous authority from any speed in any gear without requiring high rev operation. The downside is the weight. 647 pounds requires practiced, confident low-speed handling technique. Parking lots, sloped driveways, and tight turning situations demand genuine physical respect from the rider. Reliability is strong. New pricing is approximately $20,795. Quality used examples sell between $14,500 and $17,000. The Rocket 3 is torque as a philosophy. But what if you want that laid-back cruiser feeling in a machine that costs less than the Rocket's down payment? The next bike quietly delivers style, comfort, and longevity without demanding a fortune in return. Number 54, Suzuki Intruder 800. The Suzuki Intruder 800 is one of those cruisers that quietly delivers everything riders want: style, comfort, and longevity without demanding a fortune in return. It's a mid-sized cruiser that feels like a big bike on the highway, but is easy to handle in town. For seniors, this balance is perfect. Enough weight for stability, light enough to manage without strain. The low seat height makes mounting and dismounting a breeze, and the riding position is pure, laid-back comfort. Its styling is timeless: sweeping fenders, chrome accents, and that classic cruiser stance. Many owners say it's a bike that still draws compliments at the gas station, even 20 years later. When new, the Intruder 800 sold for around $7,000. Today, you can pick up a well-maintained example for $3,000 to $4,000, and you'll still have a bike that can cross the country without complaint. Owner feedback often includes praise like easy to ride, comfortable for hours, and looks brand new even after years. The Intruder 800 is one of those bikes that can take you from Saturday morning coffee rides to cross-state road trips without missing a beat. It's not trying to be the fastest or flashiest, it's trying to be the bike you love for life. And while the Intruder offers retro cruiser charm, the next machine takes that same laid-back formula and supersizes it into a 1600 that does it all. Number 53, Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 Classic. The Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 Classic is the cruiser that does it all, and older riders love it for its relaxed, low-slung style, combined with solid, dependable performance. From the moment you throw a leg over its wide, comfortable seat, you feel like you belong. The handlebars sweep back naturally, letting you sit in a laid-back riding position that's perfect for long, easy days on the open road. This is a no-rush motorcycle. It's about enjoying the ride, not racing to the destination. The Vulcan's engine delivers smooth, predictable power, enough to cruise at highway speeds all day without stress. New, the Vulcan 1600. Classic sold for around $10,000. Today, clean used examples often go for $4,000 to $6,000, making them one of the best values in the cruiser world. Owners often describe the bike as rock solid, comfortable for hours, and low maintenance. Many seniors appreciate that the Vulcan is easy to handle for its size, and that it's built to keep going for decades with basic care. It's also one of the most customizable cruisers around. You can add touring bags, a windscreen, or even a passenger backrest to turn it into a full-on weekend escape machine. And while the Vulcan offers relaxed luxury, the next cruiser proves the future has arrived. It's silent, it's instant, and it might completely rewire what you think a Harley can be. Number 52, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 LiveWire 1. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗃 LiveWire 1 is the machine that proves the electric cruiser category has matured sufficiently to appear on a serious buying guide without qualification or apology. And it does so with a performance specification that makes combustion-powered alternatives perform a rapid reassessment of their claims. The electric motor produces approximately 105 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque delivered instantaneously from 0 revolutions. Seat height is 30.9 inches. Weight is approximately 498 pounds wet. Why is it good? The instantaneous torque delivery creates an acceleration character that is completely unlike any combustion alternative. Smooth, silent, and overwhelmingly immediate, in a way that experienced riders describe as requiring a complete recalibration of throttle management instincts. The regenerative braking, comprehensive connectivity, and over-the-air software updates represent one of the most technologically advanced feature sets on this entire list. The downside is the range limitation. Real-world riding range varies around approximately 146 miles under ideal conditions, considerably less under aggressive riding or sustained highway speeds. Charging infrastructure continues to develop but remains significantly less convenient than fuel availability for long-distance touring. New pricing is approximately $24,000. Quality used examples sell between $14,000 and $18,000. The LiveWire 1 is the electric future arriving now. And speaking of Milwaukee, it's time for a full chapter of the brand everyone asks about. 10 Harley-Davidsons that seniors genuinely love, starting with the most underrated one they ever built. Chapter 4, the Harley-Davidson chapter. Number 51, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗃 Street 750. Not every Harley-Davidson needs to feel like a rolling freight train. Sometimes the best motorcycle for an older rider is the one that asks the least from your body while still giving you that unmistakable feeling of freedom every time the engine comes to life. And that is exactly why the Street 750 quietly became one of the most underrated motorcycles Harley ever built for seasoned riders. This machine was never designed to dominate the interstate or overwhelm riders with brute muscle. Instead, it was engineered for simplicity, approachability, and everyday comfort. Qualities many riders begin valuing far more once the knees stiffen and the lower back starts making its own decisions. The first thing seniors immediately notice is the remarkably low seat height, sitting around 28 inches. That accessible stance allows both feet to settle naturally at stops, removing the nervous top, heavy feeling that larger touring bikes sometimes create. Combined with a low center of gravity and manageable overall weight, the Street feels calm during parking lot maneuvers, city traffic, and slow speed turns, places where aging shoulders and hips often feel the most pressure. Its liquid-cooled Revolution X749 cubic centimeter twin delivers power with a smoother, more controlled personality than many traditional Harleys. Vibration stays restrained, helping reduce wrist numbness and upper body fatigue on longer rides. Brand new models once sold near $7,500, while today's used market keeps ownership surprisingly affordable. And the next Harley begins introducing something many longtime riders eventually crave again: deeper highway confidence, stronger road presence, and a posture built to settle the body into pure, relaxed cruising. Number 50, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗃 Softail Standard. Some motorcycles try to overwhelm you with technology, chrome, and sheer size. But the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗃 Softail Standard succeeds for an entirely different reason. It feels honest. For many older riders, that honesty becomes incredibly appealing after years spent wrestling bulky machines that demand more energy than they return. Everything about this motorcycle is designed to feel natural. The low 25-inch seat helps riders settle comfortably at stops, while the relaxed handlebar reach keeps pressure away from aging shoulders and wrists. Mid-mounted controls encourage a more balanced riding posture, allowing the spine to remain upright instead of forcing the body into an awkward stretch mile after mile. Power comes from Harley's 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗖𝗬𝗖𝗟𝗘, an engine that preserves the deep heartbeat riders love, while smoothing out much of the harsh vibration older generations became famous for. That calmer engine character makes longer rides noticeably easier on stiff joints and tired hands. Even at over 600 pounds ready to ride, the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗏 hides its weight remarkably well, thanks to its low-slung chassis and balanced handling. New models usually begin around $13,000, while clean used examples commonly trade between $9,000 and $12,000 today. But for some, comfortable alone isn't enough anymore. They want more road presence, more planted highway stability, and the kind of heavyweight confidence that makes long interstate rides feel effortless instead of exposed. That craving is exactly what pushes attention toward the next machine, the chrome heavy icon that turned muscular cruising into an American art form. Number 49, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 114. Few motorcycles carry the same unmistakable road presence as the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 114. It does not whisper for attention. It owns the entire boulevard the moment it rolls into view. Yet what many older riders eventually discover is that beneath all that muscle and chrome lives a cruiser surprisingly well-suited for relaxed, full-bodied comfort. The Fat Boy was built to feel solid. Its low 26-inch seat immediately creates reassurance at stoplights and parking lots, especially for riders who no longer enjoy balancing taller heavyweight machines. Wide bars, stretched floorboards, and a naturally open riding position allow the body to settle into an easy rhythm instead of folding the knees and compressing the lower back. At the center sits Harley's 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗖𝗍 114 delivering deep torque with a smoother personality than older big twins ever managed. The engine still pulses with classic Harley character, but without the excessive vibration that often left riders fatigued after long highway days. Despite weighing nearly 700 pounds ready to ride, the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 chassis disguises the mass remarkably well once underway. New models begin around $22,000, while clean used examples commonly land between $14,000 and $19,000, depending on condition. But while the Fat Boy masters boulevard confidence and relaxed cruising, the next Harley shifts towards something even more important for aging riders: true long-distance protection built to swallow endless highway miles with ease. Number 48, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 Heritage Classic. This is not a bike built for ego. It is built for the rider who still loves the open road, but wants to finish the day without aching knees, stiff shoulders, or a burning lower back. The low 26-inch seat creates immediate confidence at every stop, while the relaxed riding position keeps your spine upright and your arms naturally positioned. Wide floorboards let your legs stretch during long highway runs, and the detachable windshield cuts wind fatigue before it turns into neck pain. Then comes the 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗖𝗍 engine, deep, smooth, and effortlessly torque-rich. Unlike older Harleys that rattled endlessly at speed, the Heritage Classic feels calm and refined mile after mile. Lockable saddlebags make weekend travel easy without adding excessive bulk. New models typically start around $22,000, while clean used examples usually range between $14,000 and $19,000. The Heritage Classic proves you don't need aggressive performance to enjoy serious comfort. Its upright ergonomics, windshield coverage, and relaxed floorboards make long rides feel far less punishing than many riders expect. Still, riders who spend entire weekends crossing state lines eventually discover one limitation. There's only so much minimalist touring can hide before full dress. Comfort starts calling your name, and that realization opens the door to the next Harley, a machine born specifically for riders who measure freedom in hundreds of uninterrupted highway miles. Number 47, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 Glide Standard. There comes a point where a rider stops caring about looking fast and starts caring about feeling good after 5 straight hours on the interstate. That is exactly why the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗂𝗧𝗢𝗏 Glide Standard earns so much respect among experienced riders. This motorcycle was never built to impress parking lots. It was built to cross states in total comfort. The riding position feels natural immediately. Your back stays upright, Your arms fall comfortably onto the handlebars, and the wide floorboards let aging knees move around instead of locking into one position for hours. Even with its heavyweight touring size, the low 26-inch seat creates reassuring confidence at stoplights and slow-speed turns. But the real transformation happens once the highway opens up. That iconic bat wing fairing blocks wind pressure so effectively that long rides stop feeling exhausting. Less wind against your chest means less strain on your neck, shoulders, and lower back by the end of the day. The Milwaukee 8107 engine delivers smooth, relaxed torque without the harsh vibration older Harleys became famous for. Hard saddlebags add genuine touring practicality, making retirement road trips feel effortless. Used Milwaukee 8 models now typically range between $14,000 and $18,000, but not everyone wants a fixed front fairing permanently sitting in their line of sight. Some riders still crave the open-air feeling of a traditional cruiser while keeping the comfort and confidence of a true highway machine. That balance is exactly why the next Harley became such a legend, a motorcycle that blends touring capability with timeless road-going simplicity. Number 46. Harley-Davidson Road King. For many older riders, the Harley-Davidson Road King represents the exact moment motorcycling stops being about showing off and starts becoming about staying comfortable for the long haul. This motorcycle has earned legendary respect because it delivers classic American cruiser soul without punishing the body after hours on the road. Everything about the Road King feels designed for effortless highway travel. The upright riding posture keeps pressure away from the lower back, while the swept handlebars prevent shoulder and wrist strain during all-day rides. Wide floorboards allow your legs to shift naturally, helping aging knees stay loose instead of stiffening mile after mile. Its low 26-inch seat also creates reassuring confidence at stoplights and parking lots, something many senior riders appreciate more every single year. But the true magic appears once the Road King settles into highway speed. The detachable windshield dramatically reduces wind fatigue, turning exhausting interstate rides into calm, relaxed cruising. Pair that with the Milwaukee 8 engine, smooth, torque-rich, and far more refined than older Harley generations, and the entire experience feels almost effortless. New models usually begin around $25,000, while clean used examples commonly range between $15,000 and $22,000. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever owned a bike that felt perfect for the first 30 minutes, but brutal after 3 hours in the saddle? Or maybe you found one that completely surprised you on long-distance comfort? Leave a comment below, because riders looking for their next pain-free bike pay attention to real owner experience far more than dealership brochures. The Road King earns its reputation by making heavyweight touring feel surprisingly natural once the wheels are rolling. But some riders still want a machine that feels fast, athletic, and comfortable all at once. Harley heard them, and the answer is next. Number 45. Harley-Davidson Lowrider ST. For years, many riders believed comfort and performance lived in completely different worlds. One gave you excitement but punished your spine. The other delivered luxury but felt detached from the road beneath you. Then the Harley-Davidson Lowrider arrived and quietly proved something important. Experienced riders do not always want slower motorcycles. They want smarter ones. The Lowrider feels athletic without becoming exhausting. Mid-mounted controls and a natural reach to the bars keep the rider balanced instead of forcing pressure into the wrists and lower back. Its seat height, roughly 27 inches unloaded, remains approachable while still allowing enough suspension travel to soften broken pavement and highway imperfections. Older bodies feel immediately. What truly transforms the experience is the frame-mounted fairing. Unlike stripped cruisers that leave riders battling endless wind pressure, this setup calms highway turbulence and dramatically reduces neck and shoulder fatigue during longer interstate rides. Underneath sits Harley's Milwaukee 8117 twin, delivering strong passing power with smoother behavior than many older big twins. Hard saddlebags add genuine touring practicality without turning the motorcycle into an oversized heavyweight machine. New models typically begin around $24,000, while used examples often range between $18,000 and $22,000 today. The Lowrider ST surprises many older riders because it manages to feel fast, responsive, and comfortable all at once. Its fairing cuts fatigue, its riding triangle stays relatively natural, and its lighter personality keeps the experience engaging without becoming punishing. But eventually, some riders stop asking for sporty versatility and start asking for full-scale touring. Comfort, larger storage, broader wind protection, and the kind of effortless highway experience that turns all-day rides into second nature. That evolution in priorities leads directly to the next Harley-Davidson in this countdown, one that became a benchmark for modern American baggers. Number 44, Harley-Davidson Street Glide. The Harley-Davidson Street Glide is where many seasoned riders finally discover that comfort does not have to come at the expense of character. This motorcycle still carries the soul, presence, and deep V-twin heartbeat. Riders fell in love with decades ago, but it delivers that experience with far less punishment on the body. What makes the Street Glide so respected among older riders is balance. It offers genuine long-distance touring capability without feeling as overwhelming as some full-dress luxury tours. The low seat height creates reassurance during stops, while the wide floorboards allow the legs to shift naturally instead of trapping the knees in one rigid position for hours. Then there is the famous Batwing fairing, one of the biggest reasons seniors continue choosing this motorcycle year after year. Highway wind no longer pounds against the chest and shoulders mile after mile. That reduction in wind fatigue dramatically eases pressure on the neck, wrists, and lower back during extended travel. Harley's Milwaukee 8 engine keeps the ride smooth and relaxed while preserving enough rumble to feel unmistakably alive beneath you. Brand new models now begin near $25,000, while clean used examples typically range between $23,000 and $24,000, depending on mileage and equipment. But after enough miles, some riders begin noticing one thing. Frame-mounted wind protection changes everything once the interstate stretches endlessly ahead. That realization is exactly why the next Harley rose to touring dominance. A machine engineered to stay calmer, steadier, and less fatiguing the farther the road disappears into the horizon. Number 43, Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special is what happens when decades of touring experience finally shape a motorcycle around one goal: keeping riders comfortable enough to continue chasing distant horizons year after year. For many senior riders, this is the machine where long-distance travel stops feeling demanding and starts feeling almost effortless. Its greatest strength appears immediately on the highway. The shark nose frame mounted fairing cuts through wind with remarkable stability, reducing the constant pressure that often leaves older riders battling neck stiffness and shoulder exhaustion after hours in the saddle. Because the fairing stays fixed to the frame, instead of moving with the handlebars, steering feels calmer and more controlled at interstate speeds. The riding triangle also feels purpose-built for aging bodies. Wide floorboards encourage natural leg movement, while the bars fall comfortably toward the rider without forcing strain into the wrists or upper back. Deep touring seating and a stable chassis help the motorcycle settle into an easy rhythm mile after mile. Harley's Milwaukee 8-114 engine delivers smooth highway torque with far less harsh vibration than earlier generations. New models originally carried prices near $30,000, while clean used examples today usually range between $22,000 and $29,000, depending on mileage and upgrades. And from this point forward, we're stepping into Harley's most advanced long-distance comfort machines. The next one was engineered around a single mission, helping riders stay on the road for years longer than they thought possible. Number 42, Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited. There comes a stage in a rider's life when comfort stops being a luxury and starts becoming the very thing that determines whether you can keep riding at all. And few motorcycles understand that reality better than the Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited. This is not simply a touring bike, it is a full-size highway machine engineered around one mission, helping riders stay on the road for years longer than they thought possible. The moment you settle into the saddle, the difference becomes obvious. The upright riding posture takes pressure away from the wrists and lower back, while the wide floorboards let aging knees and hips constantly reposition during long rides. The handlebars rise naturally toward the rider, creating a relaxed stance that feels almost effortless after hours on the interstate. But the real magic is how effectively this motorcycle fights fatigue. The massive batwing, fairing, lower wind deflectors, and full touring bodywork create an incredibly calm pocket of air around the rider. Wind pressure drops dramatically, neck strain eases. Even cold weather rides become far less punishing on aging joints. And then comes the Milwaukee 8114 engine, deep, smooth, and beautifully refined compared to older Harley generations. Highway miles feel steady instead of exhausting. Passenger comfort is exceptional too, thanks to the large 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗡𝗥 backrest and plush rear seating built for genuine cross-country travel. New ultra-limited models now begin around $32,000, while clean used examples commonly range between $22,000 and $31,000. The ultra-limited proves comfort can extend a riding career by a decade, but Harley isn't the only company that mastered the long haul. Time to open the touring chapter, and Japan fires the first shot with a full-dress Voyager built to calm the ride all the way down. One thing before the touring chapter. Picture it. You buy the bike. It looked clean. It sounded great. 3 weeks later, the bills start. A worn chain, tired forks, a service the seller never mentioned. That's thousands gone on a bike you already paid full price for. Our inspection checklist catches every one of those before you pay, walking the bike like a mechanic. Spend $49 now or lose thousands later. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Don't let a hidden problem drain your wallet. Chapter 5, Touring and Long Distance. Number 41, Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager. We're starting this touring chapter with a motorcycle that understands something a lot of riders eventually learn. With age, comfort matters more than chrome, horsepower, or showing off at bike night. Because when you spend real hours on the road, the motorcycle you appreciate most is the one that still feels good long after the ride is over. And that is exactly why the Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager has earned such a loyal following among older touring riders. It is not trying to be fast. It is not trying to be flashy. It is trying to make long distance. Touring feel easy, and honestly, it succeeds. The Voyager feels built for riders who are tired of stiff backs, aching knees, burning wrists, and wind, beating them up for hundreds of miles. Everything about this motorcycle is designed to calm the ride down. The seat is broad, deeply padded, and supportive in all the right places. Floorboards let your legs stretch naturally. The handlebars sweep back toward the rider, keeping your posture upright and relaxed instead of hunched forward. Then there is the highway comfort. The massive frame-mounted fairing and tall windshield create a pocket of calm air that dramatically cuts fatigue on long rides. Add cruise control, and suddenly interstate touring feels far less demanding on aging hands and shoulders. Its big V-twin does not scream for attention. It just delivers smooth low-end pull with a relaxed rhythm that feels effortless at highway speed. And with spacious saddlebags plus a rear trunk, this thing is ready for real travel, not just Sunday coffee runs. The Vulcan Voyager proves something many riders eventually realize with age. The best touring motorcycle is not the one that feels exciting for 20 minutes. It is the one your body still thanks you for 10 hours later. And our next motorcycle takes comfort in a completely different direction. Instead of classic cruiser character, it blends modern technology, lighter handling, and surprising agility into a machine that many older riders never expected to love this much. Number 40, Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. Some motorcycles make you choose between comfort and excitement. The Yamaha Tracer 9 GT refuses to do that. And for older riders who still love the feeling of a spirited machine, but no longer want aching joints after every trip, that balance becomes incredibly hard to ignore. What makes the Tracer stand out is how natural it feels. The riding position is upright, open, and easy on the body. Wide handlebars keep pressure off the wrists, while the relaxed peg position helps reduce stiffness in the knees and hips during longer rides. Instead of folding the rider into an aggressive crouch, this bike lets you settle in and stay comfortable mile after mile. And unlike giant luxury tours, the Tracer feels light on its feet. Parking lots, slow turns, traffic, and tight gas station maneuvers feel far less intimidating for aging riders who no longer want to wrestle with excessive weight. Highway comfort is equally impressive. The adjustable windscreen smooths out wind blast, heated grips help during colder mornings, and the suspension quietly absorbs rough pavement before your back ever complains about it. In fact, if you think this level of highway comfort already sounds impressive, just wait until we reach the very end of this countdown. Because there's a machine waiting at number 1 with such outrageous wind protection and long-distance smoothness. Many senior riders say it completely changed what they believed a touring motorcycle could feel like on the interstate. But returning to the Tracer itself, what really surprises riders is how it combines all this comfort with a personality that still feels lively and engaging every time the road starts to open up. Then comes that triple-cylinder engine, smooth, responsive, and full of effortless passing power without harsh vibration. The Tracer 9 GT proves you can still enjoy performance without sacrificing comfort. But not every senior rider wants a machine that feels quick and athletic. Some want the next step to feel smoother, quieter, and refined in a way that almost erases the motorcycle from the experience entirely. That search leads straight toward a 6-cylinder Grand Tourer engineered on the other side of the Atlantic to make distance feel almost effortless. Number 39, BMW K1600 GTL. Some touring motorcycles help you travel long distances. The BMW K1600 GTL makes those distances almost disappear. And for senior riders who still dream about crossing states without feeling destroyed afterward, that difference becomes absolutely everything. What separates the GTL from so many other motorcycles is the sheer smoothness of the experience. Its inline-6 engine feels unbelievably refined at highway speed, with almost no harsh vibration reaching the rider. Hours pass without numb hands, aching shoulders, or the constant buzzing that slowly drains energy on lesser machines. And the comfort goes much deeper than the engine. The seating position feels open, natural, and luxurious without becoming oversized or awkward. The bars fall easily into reach. The seat supports the lower back beautifully, and the relaxed leg position helps reduce stiffness in the knees and hips during long days in the saddle. Then there is the weather protection. BMW's large touring bodywork and adjustable windshield create a calm cocoon around the rider, cutting down wind fatigue in a way many motorcycles simply cannot match. Add heated grips, cruise control, electronic suspension, and even reverse assist, and suddenly this giant machine feels remarkably easy to live with. The K1600 GTL is not about raw excitement. It is about making endless highway miles feel almost effortless. But if all that German precision leaves you craving American warmth, the next machine wraps the same mission in leather, chrome, and pure luxury lounge comfort. Number 38, Indian Roadmaster. The older many riders get, the more they begin appreciating motorcycles that feel effortless instead of exhausting. And few machines understand that better than the Indian Roadmaster. This is not a touring bike built around aggression or adrenaline. It is built around making enormous miles feel smooth, calm, and physically manageable. Everything about the Roadmaster is designed to protect the rider from fatigue. The seating position feels open and supportive, with wide floorboards that let your legs move naturally during long highway stretches. The handlebars come comfortably to the rider, reducing strain across the shoulders and lower back, instead of forcing the body into awkward positions. Then comes the weather protection. The large fairing and adjustable windshield create a remarkably quiet pocket of air that helps cut down the neck tension and upper body exhaustion. Many riders feel after hours on the interstate. Add heated grips, cruise control, premium storage, and plush seating, and this motorcycle starts feeling less like transportation and more like a rolling luxury lounge. Its Thunderstroke Phi twin perfectly matches that personality too. Deep torque, smooth delivery, and relaxed highway manners without harsh vibration, constantly buzzing through the bars. The Roadmaster is not trying to feel sporty. It is trying to make cross-country touring feel comfortable. But that same full-dress touring formula can become exhausting for riders who no longer want to wrestle 800+ pounds every time they leave the garage. That trade-off is exactly what opens the door for the next machine. A middleweight favorite that strips away the excess weight while keeping the upright comfort and touring practicality senior riders still need. Number 37, Suzuki V-Strom 650. This bike makes riders feel capable again, confident again, ready to disappear down the highway without worrying about sore wrists, aching knees, or wrestling 800 pounds of chrome through a gas station parking lot. And that is exactly why so many experienced riders quietly fall in love with it. The V-Strom is not trying to impress anybody. It is not overloaded with flashy gadgets or built to dominate magazine covers. Instead, Suzuki focused on something riders over 50 actually care about: comfort that lasts all day. The upright seating position feels natural almost instantly. Wide handlebars keep your shoulders relaxed. The roomy leg position takes pressure off aging knees and stiff hips. And unlike aggressive sport tours that force your body into awkward positions, the V-Strom feels easy even after hours in the saddle. Its smooth 645 cubic centimeter V-twin delivers calm, predictable power with very little vibration, while the adjustable windscreen and plush suspension help keep fatigue from creeping in mile after mile. Even better, it feels dramatically lighter than full-size touring machines once you start moving, giving riders far more confidence during slow turns, uneven pavement, and stop-and-go traffic. And that balance is what makes this motorcycle special. Because the V-Strom does not fight you, it works with you. But if this bike is all about lightweight freedom, its big brother takes the same bulletproof formula and adds muscle. Same DNA, more grunt, and it never complains either. Number 36, Suzuki V-Strom 1000. The Suzuki V-Strom 1000 is a bike that older riders trust for one simple reason: it goes anywhere and it never complains. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly capable. The riding position is neutral and relaxed, making it comfortable for all-day rides. Seniors especially appreciate its smooth handling and good balance, even at lower speeds. The seat is wide and supportive, and the suspension soaks up rough roads with ease. When brand new, the V-Strom 1000 was priced around $9,000. Today, well-kept older models can be found for $4,000 to $5,000, an absolute bargain for a motorcycle that can take you across the country or down a gravel road with equal ease. Owner reviews frequently use words like bulletproof, all-purpose champion, and best value tourer ever built. The V-Strom is the motorcycle equivalent of a loyal old friend, ready for a Sunday coffee run or a month-long trip to places you've never seen before. And if the V-Strom is the loyal workhorse, the next Yamaha is the mile-eating legend, a sport tourer that refuses to compromise on either comfort or excitement. Number 35, Yamaha FJ R1300. Some motorcycles force older riders to choose between comfort and excitement. The Yamaha FJR 1300 refuses to compromise on either. This machine proved you can still enjoy serious performance without punishing your back, wrists, and knees every time the ride stretches past an hour. That is what makes the FJR such a favorite among experienced riders. Unlike aggressive sport bikes that leave your body begging for mercy, the FJR creates a riding position that feels supportive without feeling lazy. The bars sit naturally in your hands, the seat is broad enough for real long-distance travel, and the slightly forward posture keeps the bike feeling athletic while avoiding the painful wrist pressure. Older riders quickly grow tired of. Then the highway opens up, and the FJR becomes something special. Its smooth inline 4 engine delivers effortless passing power with remarkably low vibration, while the electronically adjustable windshield helps carve away wind fatigue mile after mile. Add cruise control, shaft drive, plush suspension, and integrated hard luggage, and this bike transforms into a true high-speed touring weapon built for real-world comfort. And despite its long-distance capability, the FJR never feels oversized or cumbersome in corners. It stays responsive, balanced, and surprisingly nimble for a full-size sport tourer. The FJR does not ask riders to slow down because they got older. it simply helps them ride farther in comfort. And the next motorcycle takes a far more luxurious approach, delivering the kind of silky smooth touring experience many riders describe as first-class travel on two wheels. Number 34, BMW R1250RT. While many touring motorcycles feel big, the BMW R1250RT feels intelligent. Every inch of this machine seems engineered to reduce stress, soften fatigue, and help older riders enjoy the road without feeling beaten up afterward. And that is exactly why so many senior riders absolutely swear by it. The seating position is upright, natural, and incredibly easy on the body. Your shoulders stay relaxed, your wrists avoid unnecessary pressure, and the spacious leg position helps aging knees stay comfortable during long highway days. Instead of forcing the rider into an aggressive posture, the RT feels built around endurance and support. Then the wind protection takes over. The large adjustable windshield and full fairing create a calm pocket of air that dramatically cuts down wind noise, neck tension, and highway exhaustion. Add BMW's famously smooth boxer engine, heated comfort features, adaptive cruise control, and plush electronically adjustable suspension, and the experience becomes shockingly refined. But what truly surprises riders is how manageable the RT feels once moving. It carries its weight beautifully, making low-speed maneuvers and sweeping mountain roads feel controlled and confidence-inspiring rather than intimidating. The RT does not simply make touring easier. It makes aging on two wheels feel almost irrelevant. But for riders who still crave stronger acceleration and more aggressive highway power, all that refinement can start feeling a little too polished, which is why the next machine enters the picture. A sport tourer born from hypersport DNA that learned how to stretch its legs without punishing the rider attached to it. Number 33, Kawasaki Concours 14. Some motorcycles grow less comfortable as the miles pile on. The Kawasaki Concours 14 seems to do the complete opposite. The longer you ride it, the more you understand why so many experienced riders refuse to give theirs up. This machine strikes a rare balance between muscular performance and genuine long-distance comfort. It still has the heart of a sport bike, but without the punishing ergonomics that leave older riders stretching their backs at every gas stop. The riding position is upright enough to ease pressure on the spine and shoulders, while the broad seat gives riders real support during all-day interstate runs. And once the road opens up, the Concours feels unbelievably composed. Its powerful inline-four delivers smooth, effortless acceleration with surprisingly little vibration, helping reduce hand numbness and fatigue during extended highway travel. Add the adjustable windscreen, strong weather protection, shaft drive convenience, and integrated hard luggage, and the bike transforms into a serious cross-country machine. What surprises many senior riders most is how stable and confidence-inspiring the Concours feels at speed. It carries its weight beautifully once moving, making sweeping highways feel calm, planted, and almost effortless. This is not a motorcycle built for showing off. The Concours 14 proves that big performance and long-distance touring do not have to cancel each other out. It is powerful, planted, and incredibly capable at highway speed. But for some senior riders, that performance-first personality still asks for more energy and attention than they want to give on an all-day ride. And that exact gap leads to the next answer in the countdown. A machine famous for delivering mile after mile with almost appliance-like smoothness, consistency, and calm reliability. Number 32, Honda ST1300. The Honda ST 1300 earned its reputation a completely different way. It made brutally long rides feel surprisingly easy, and for senior riders, that matters more than almost anything else. Because after enough years in the saddle, you stop asking, how fast is it? You start asking, how will my body feel 6 hours from now? That is where the ST 1300 becomes something special. Honda engineered this motorcycle for riders who spend real time on the highway. The seating position stays upright and natural. The handlebars fall comfortably into your hands without forcing pressure onto the shoulders or wrists. And the broad seat supports your lower back in a way many modern motorcycles completely forget about. But the real masterpiece here is the engine. The liquid-cooled V4 is unbelievably smooth. At interstate speeds, the bike settles into a calm, refined rhythm that feels almost turbine-like. No harsh buzzing through the bars, no exhausting vibration through the pegs. Just steady, effortless power that makes cross-country. Travel feels strangely relaxing. Then comes the weather protection. The adjustable windshield and massive fairing create a quiet pocket of air that dramatically reduces fatigue during long highway days. Cold mornings become easier. Rain feels less punishing. Even strong wind stops draining your energy so quickly. And despite being a serious touring machine, the ST never feels clumsy once underway. The chassis carries its weight low, giving the motorcycle a planted, confidence-building feel that many older riders immediately trust. The integrated saddlebags only add to the appeal. Weekend escapes, cross-state rides, multi-day touring, the ST handles all of it without drama. And because Honda stopped producing them years ago, the ST-1300 has quietly become one of the smartest values in long-distance motorcycling. Clean used examples often cost far less than newer luxury tours while still delivering legendary durability and genuine all-day comfort. But eventually, some older riders start wanting something smaller, simpler, and just as unkillable. Honda built exactly that machine too, and most people have never even heard of it. Number 31. Honda NT700 Deauville. The Honda NT700, known in Europe as the Deauville, is one of the most practical and underappreciated motorcycles Honda has ever built. This is the bike for riders, especially older riders, who value comfort, reliability, and ease of use above all else. From the moment you swing a leg over it, the NT700 feels reassuring. The ergonomics are neutral, meaning your back stays straight, your arms relaxed, and your knees at the perfect bend. It's the kind of setup that lets you ride for hours without feeling sore. One of the standout features is the built-in luggage, sleek, weatherproof panniers that make weekend trips and grocery runs equally effortless. Seniors love it because it's ready to travel without needing aftermarket accessories. When new, this bike was priced around $9,000, which made it an affordable touring option. Today, you can find clean examples for $4,000 to $5,000, a small price for a machine that can easily cover over 100,000 miles with minimal fuss. Owner reviews are glowing, often using words like bulletproof, effortless, and practical genius. The NT700 may not stir the soul with raw speed, but it wins hearts by being the bike you can always count on, rain or shine, year after year. And if the Deauville is practical genius on two wheels, wait until you meet its step-through cousin, the quiet assassin of long-distance comfort. Number 30. Honda Silverwing 600. The Honda Silverwing 600 is the quiet assassin of long-distance comfort, a maxi scooter that older riders swear by because it makes every ride feel effortless. Step-through frame, low seat, generous legroom, and real-world practicality turn everyday errands into smooth, confident cruises and weekend getaways into stress-free adventures. No wrestling with tall saddles or heavy clutch work. What sets the Silverwing apart is the way it blends calm refinement with highway authority. It is quiet, composed, and stable at speed, with strong passing power that makes interstates feel easy. Around town, the light, intuitive feel turns traffic into no big deal. The large screen and bodywork give excellent wind and weather protection, while the broad, supportive seat keeps hips, knees, and back happy for hours. Add in generous under-seat storage that swallows a full-face helmet, groceries, or a weekend's worth of gear, and you've got true daily touring versatility. Value? That's where the Silverwing shines. Back in the early 2000s, a brand new example sat around $8,000 to $9,000 depending on year and trim. Today, well-kept used bikes often list between $2,000 and $4,000, which is phenomenal for a machine that can commute all week and then run coastal highways all weekend without breaking a sweat. Maintenance is straightforward. Longevity is classic Honda, and owner forms read like love letters. Comfortable, bulletproof. Why didn't I buy one sooner? For seniors, the big win is confidence. Low center of gravity, easy footing at stops, calm maneuvers in parking lots, relaxed starts on hills. It's the kind of machine that reduces rider fatigue and increases rider joy, letting you focus on the scenery, the conversation, the moment. If you believe riding should be easy, enjoyable, and effortlessly capable, the Honda Silverwing 600 is a smart, under-the-radar choice that delivers big bike freedom without big bike drama. But maybe you still want real adventure in the mix. The British built a machine specifically to reduce intimidation while keeping the spirit of exploration alive. Number 29. Triumph Tiger 900 GT Low. A lot of riders assume true touring comfort only comes in one form: big motorcycles, heavy motorcycles, full-dress land yachts loaded with chrome, speakers, and enough bodywork to block a thunderstorm. But the Triumph Tiger 900 GT Low proves something completely different. Sometimes less weight creates more confidence. And for senior riders, confidence changes everything. Because no matter how luxurious a motorcycle feels on the highway, it stops being relaxing the moment it becomes intimidating at parking lots, gas stations, uneven pavement, or slow speed turns. That is exactly why so many older riders quietly fall in love with the Tiger GT Low. It feels manageable. The lowered seat height immediately makes the bike feel approachable and unintimidating, especially for riders dealing with aging knees, reduced flexibility, or shorter inseams. Being able to plant your feet securely at stops may sound small until years in the saddle teach you how important that feeling really is. But what truly separates the Tiger is the riding position. The upright 𝗦𝗬𝗜 ergonomics naturally reduce strain on the lower back, shoulders, and wrists. Wide handlebars create excellent leverage without forcing effort, while the relaxed seating posture keeps the body comfortable for long hours in the saddle. And then there is the suspension. This motorcycle smooths out rough pavement with a softness that many aging riders immediately appreciate. Broken roads, expansion joints, potholes, the Tiger absorbs them with an almost forgiving personality that helps preserve energy over long distances. Its triple-cylinder engine adds another layer of refinement. Unlike some harsh or overly aggressive touring machines, the Triumph delivers smooth, flexible power with very little vibration at highway speeds. The result feels calm, balanced, and wonderfully easygoing during long rides. Electronic cruise control, heated grips, adjustable wind protection, and available luggage only strengthen the package. And perhaps most importantly, the Tiger never feels like it is fighting you. That balance between comfort, agility, and accessibility is exactly why this motorcycle has become such a favorite among experienced riders who still want adventure without unnecessary physical strain. But not every senior rider wants an adventure bike experience. Some want the next ride to feel softer, wider, quieter, and deeply relaxed from the moment they settle into the seat. That search for maximum highway comfort pushed one Japanese luxury cruiser to become a full-scale touring lounge on two wheels. Number 28. Yamaha StarVenture. Some touring motorcycles try to feel sporty, others try to feel fast. The Yamaha StarVenture does not care about either. This machine was built for one thing: making impossibly long rides feel unbelievably easy. And for senior riders, that becomes priceless. The moment you sit on the Venture, the entire motorcycle feels designed around comfort first. The saddle is thick, wide, and deeply supportive, almost like Yamaha studied exactly where older riders start developing soreness after hours on the road. Floorboards let your legs relax naturally, while the upright riding position keeps pressure away from the wrists, neck, and lower back. Then comes the highway experience. The massive fairing and adjustable windshield create a calm pocket of air that dramatically cuts fatigue during interstate travel. Wind noise softens, buffeting disappears. The entire ride starts feeling quieter, smoother, and strangely effortless. Its enormous V-twin engine perfectly matches that relaxed personality. Instead of chasing aggressive power, it delivers deep, easy torque with exceptional smoothness at cruising speeds. Add cruise control, heated comfort features, massive storage space, and Yamaha reliability, and the Venture becomes less like a motorcycle and more like a rolling luxury suite. And yet somehow the touring chapter isn't finished. America still has 2 flagship baggers and 1 total surprise waiting, and the first one makes direct comparison genuinely uncomfortable for Milwaukee. Number 27. Indian Chieftain Dark Horse. The Indian Chieftain Dark Horse is the machine that Indian Motorcycle built when they decided the full-dress cruiser segment deserved genuine competition rather than respectful deference to the dominant American brand, and the result is a machine that makes direct comparison with Harley's touring lineup genuinely uncomfortable for Milwaukee. The 1,811 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled Thunderstroke V twin produces approximately 128 foot-pounds of torque. Seat height is 26.1 inches. Weight is approximately 820 pounds wet. Why is it good? The liquid cooling manages operating temperature in stationary traffic with dramatically greater efficiency than air-cooled alternatives. The large frame-mounted fairing delivers outstanding wind protection that makes sustained 5-hour highway days feel genuinely manageable. The power band audio system with touchscreen navigation represents genuinely modern technology integration. The Chieftain Dark Horse is premium American touring, but Indian wasn't done. Their next machine was built with one objective: exceeding the Street Glide in specification at a comparable price. Number 26. Indian Pursuit Dark Horse. The Indian Pursuit Dark Horse is the bagger that Indian Motorcycle built when they decided that matching the Street Glide was insufficient and exceeding it in specification at a comparable price was the only acceptable objective. The 1,811 cubic centimeters, Thunderstroke 116 liquid-cooled V-twin produces approximately 122 foot-pounds of torque. Seat height is 26.1 inches. Weight is approximately 850 pounds wet. Why is it good? The liquid cooling manages operating temperature in stationary traffic with dramatically superior efficiency to air-cooled alternatives. The power band audio system with rear-facing passenger speakers, 12-inch touchscreen, and cornering adaptive headlight deliver a technology specification that makes the Street Glide's comparable features appear modestly equipped. The hard saddlebags and tour pack luggage provide exceptional combined capacity for extended touring. The downside is the considerable weight at 850 pounds, demanding genuine skill at slow speeds and in tight situations. Reliability is strong across the liquid-cooled Thunderstroke platform. New pricing is approximately $24,999. Quality used examples sell between $16,000 and $20,000. The Pursuit Dark Horse is premium bagger perfection. But what if you want lightweight adventure cruiser capability, genuine off-road competence, and a factory-equipped adventure package that crosses boundaries the traditional cruiser market never contemplated? The next machine rewrites the definition entirely. Number 25. Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special. The Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special is the motorcycle that shocked the industry, confused the traditional Harley community, and impressed every independent evaluator who rode it with genuinely open expectations, rather than preconceived brand narratives. The 1250cc Revolution Max V twin produces approximately 150 horsepower and 94 foot-pounds of torque. Seat height is 32.2 inches in the lowered position through the adaptive ride height system. Weight is approximately 559 pounds wet. The downside is the ergonomic challenge for pure cruiser riders unaccustomed to the upright adventure riding position with its different weight distribution and handling geometry. Reliability has been consistently positive. New pricing is approximately $22,499. Quality used examples sell between $15,000 and $18,500. The Pan America is Harley reinvented, and reinvention is exactly where we're heading next, because the following chapter belongs to the automatic and DCT machines that erase clutch pain entirely. We start with a misunderstood Italian experiment that was a decade ahead of its time. Imagine walking into a viewing holding all the cards. You know the fair price, you know your opening offer, and you know the exact number where you walk away. That's how you knock hundreds, even thousands off the asking price. Our buyer's kit hands you those numbers for just $49. Negotiate from facts and never overpay again. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Right away, knowing you got the best deal. Chapter 6, Automatic and DCT. Number 24, 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗡 850. We start this chapter with a highly misunderstood Italian experiment that was a decade ahead of its time. In 2008, Aprilia recognized that aging urban riders wanted the aggressive look of a naked street fighter, but the effortless convenience of a scooter. Their solution was the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗡 850. The transmission type is an electronically controlled continuously variable transmission, CVT, called sport gear. In plain English, it feels like twisting a massive volume dial for speed. There are no actual gear shifting. The power simply builds in one infinite seamless wave. The best use case is for returning riders who have not ridden in 20 years and want a stress-free re-entry into the sport without relearning clutch control. Low-speed control is highly manageable. Because it uses a centrifugal clutch, the bike has a slight creep. You control parking lot U-turns by dragging the rear brake lever to stabilize the chassis. Power delivery comes from an 839cc V-twin, producing 76 horsepower. It is completely predictable and never lurches. Fuel range sits around 150 miles from the 4.2-gallon tank. Highway comfort is decent, featuring a standard upright naked bike posture, though it lacks wind protection. Reliability is generally solid, but the CVT system requires a highly complex belt replacement every 12,000 miles that requires special dealership tools. Used prices sit in the bargain basement between $3,000 and $4,500. Avoid the 2008 first-year models if possible. One honest reason you might still want a manual? The constant, unchanging RPM drone of a CVT sounds like a snowmobile and completely lacks the auditory thrill of running through traditional gears. If you think the Mana was a bold experiment, wait until you see the ultimate Japanese commuter coming up next. It hides a motorcycle engine inside a completely different chassis. Number 23, Yamaha T-Max 560. The United States market severely misunderstands the maxi scooter. In Europe, the Yamaha T-Max 560 is a status symbol driven by executives in business suits. It offers the performance of a middleweight motorcycle paired with the ergonomics of a luxury recliner. The transmission type is a V-belt automatic. In plain English, it feels like riding a magic carpet that glides over the asphalt with zero mechanical interruption. The best use case is for riders over 50 with severe hip or knee replacements. Because it utilizes a step-through chassis, you never have to swing your leg over a high seat. Low-speed control is mathematically perfect. The engine sits incredibly low in the frame, giving it a microscopic center of gravity. Walking speed traffic in tight parking lots requires zero physical effort. Power delivery comes from a 560cc parallel twin producing 47 horsepower. It rolls on with buttery, predictable smoothness. Fuel range exceeds 180 miles from the 4-gallon tank. Highway comfort is elite. You sit in a reclined posture behind a massive aerodynamic fairing that blocks all wind and rain. Reliability is legendary. The Yamaha engine is unkillable, requiring only routine belt inspections. Used prices command between $5,000 and $8,000. The Tech Max trim is the one to buy for the heated seats and grips. One honest reason to skip it? You care too much about the scooter stigma at local bike meets and prefer the traditional look of a gas tank between your knees. The T-Max redefines scooter performance. But if you absolutely demand the laid-back cruiser aesthetic, Honda built a low-slung machine that shifts itself telepathically. It's next. Number 22, Honda CTX 700 DCT. Honda realized they needed to capture the aging cruiser demographic. They took the ultra-efficient engine from their commuter line, stretched the chassis, lowered the seat, and created the Honda CTX 700 DCT. It represents one of the most accessible, low-stress cruisers ever manufactured. The transmission type is Honda's dual-clutch transmission, DCT. In plain English, it feels like a telepathic robot is operating a manual gearbox for you. executing lightning fast, seamless shifts without any power interruption. The best use case is for riders with short inseams and severe left-hand arthritis who want the cruiser aesthetic without the heavy clutch pull. Low speed control is excellent due to the ultra-low 28-inch seat height, allowing anyone to confidently flat-foot the pavement. However, first-generation DCTs can feel slightly jerky when initially rolling off idle, requiring you to drag the rear brake during tight maneuvers. Power delivery from the 670cc parallel twin produces 48 horsepower. It offers a tractor-like, low-end grunt that is incredibly predictable. Fuel range is decent, pulling over 200 miles from a small 3.2-gallon tank because the engine is incredibly efficient. Highway comfort is superb, featuring forward-set foot pegs and relaxed, pullback handlebars. Reliability is flawless. The engine is essentially half of a Honda Fit car engine. Used prices sit between $4,000 and $6,000. Try to buy 2015 or newer to get the refined DCT software. The trade-off? The engine hits a hard red line at just 6,000 RPM, meaning you miss out on the high-revving horsepower rush of traditional motorcycles. The CTX offers internal combustion efficiency, but what happens when you completely eliminate gasoline and internal gears from the equation? The silent fighter jet coming up next will shock you. Number 21. 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗧𝗢. This bike is for tech-loving riders who commute from the suburbs and have zero desire to ever pull a clutch lever again in stop-and-go traffic. Low-speed control is absolute perfection. Because there is no clutch to slip and no engine to stall, the electronic throttle mapping allows you to inch forward at 1 mile per hour with surgical precision. Power delivery is violent yet controllable. The electric motor produces 100 horsepower and a massive 166 pound-feet of instantaneous torque. It never lurches. It simply pulls like a freight train. Fuel range is the limitation. You achieve roughly 100 miles of mixed riding, requiring charging stops. Highway comfort is outstanding, featuring a tall, upright adventure posture that saves your cervical spine. Reliability is excellent mechanically, but the battery pack will experience natural degradation over a 10-year lifespan. Used prices for late models command $12,000 to $15,000. Avoid the standard DSR and ensure you get the X model for the premium Showa suspension. The honest downside? Severe highway range anxiety and the inability to fill up at a gas station in 3 minutes. And hey, if you're still with us this deep into the countdown, you're one of us now. Make sure that subscribe button is pressed so the next deep dive lands right in your feed. Electric is one answer, but what if your knees and hips want zero drama and your wallet wants a bargain? The next machine might have the best stock seat in all of motorcycling. Number 20. Suzuki Bergman 650 Executive. This is for riders with severe knee replacements or hip mobility issues. You step completely through the chassis, placing zero stress on your joints. Low-speed control is incredibly balanced. While it weighs a heavy 600 pounds, all the mechanical mass sits directly at your ankles. It refuses to tip over at slow speeds. Power delivery from the 638cc parallel twin produces 55 horsepower. It provides effortless, vibration-free highway passing power. Fuel range comes from a 4-gallon tank. Highway comfort is legendary. It possesses arguably the best stock seat in motorcycling, massive floorboards, and elite wind protection. Reliability is generally fantastic, but there is one major caveat. The CVT stopper bolt on early models can shear off, causing catastrophic transmission failure. Used prices are a steal at $4,000 to $7,000. Only buy the 2013 or newer redesigned executive models to avoid the stopper bolt issue. One honest reason to skip it? You ride aggressively and want to grip a physical gas tank between your knees to hang off the bike in corners. The Bergman removes all joint pain. But if you want the wind protection of a touring bagger without the massive weight penalty, Honda wrapped its flagship adventure engine in sleek European bodywork, and it's next. Number 19. Honda NT1100 DCT. European riders demand sophisticated sport tours that can carve mountain passes and commute in the rain. Honda answered by taking their flagship adventure engine and wrapping it in sleek aerodynamic street bodywork to create the Honda NT1100 DCT. The transmission type is the Generation 3 DCT. In plain English, it feels like a highly refined European luxury car that magically knows exactly what gear you need for the upcoming corner. The best use case is for riders over 50 who want the wind protection of a touring bagger without the massive 900-pound weight penalty. Low-speed control is highly refined. The third-generation DCT software calculates engine load and throttle position to slip the internal clutches beautifully, making stop-and-go traffic effortless. Power delivery from the 1084cc parallel twin produces roughly 100 horsepower. It provides a punchy, predictable torque curve that never surprises the rider. Fuel range is excellent, utilizing a 5.3-gallon tank for a range exceeding 250 miles. Highway comfort features an upright seating position that relieves all pressure from your wrists, combined with a massive 5-way adjustable windscreen. Reliability is impeccable. It utilizes the bulletproof Africa Twin platform. Used prices command $10,000 to $13,000. This model is heavily concentrated in the European and global markets. One honest reason to skip it? You are an aggressive canyon carver who prefers a lighter chassis and the mechanical engagement of a traditional sport bike. The NT1100 is brilliant, but if you think automatic motorcycles are just for cruisers and scooters, the hyper-aggressive Street Fighter coming up next will completely blow your mind. Number 18. Yamaha MT-09 Yamaha just detonated a massive technological bomb on the motorcycle industry. For the 2025 model year, they took their most aggressive, hooligan-focused naked bike and removed the clutch lever and the shift pedal. The Yamaha MT-09 YAMT proves that automatic transmissions belong on high-performance sport bikes. The transmission type is the YAMT Yamaha Automated Manual Transmission. In plain English, it feels like a hyper-aggressive quick shifter that operates entirely on its own. Electromechanical actuators physically shift the gears and slip the clutch for you with microscopic precision. The best use case is for aging hooligans who still want a lightweight, wheelie-prone street fighter but suffer from left-hand tendinitis. Low-speed control is surprisingly brilliant. The computer perfectly modulates the clutch engagement, allowing the bike to creep smoothly through city traffic without the jerky hesitation found on older systems. Power delivery from the 890cc CP3 inline triple produces 117 horsepower. It is violent, torque-heavy, but completely managed by the flawless electronics. Fuel range sits around 150 miles from the 3.7-gallon tank. Highway comfort is minimal. It is a naked bike, meaning you take the full force of the wind blast. Reliability is currently unproven as this is brand new technology, but Yamaha's mechanical track record is stellar. New prices sit at an incredibly reasonable $10,500. One honest reason to skip it? You are a stunt rider who specifically wants to drop the clutch manually to perform technical, slow-speed wheelies. Yamaha shocked the Street Fighter world, but KTM took automated shifting directly into the dirt. The Austrian supercomputer designed to never stall on a mountain is next. Number 17. KTM 1390 Super Adventure S Evo. KTM prides itself on building terrifyingly fast, hardcore racing machines. So when KTM announced an automatic transmission for their flagship adventure bike, the industry panicked. The KTM 1390 Super Adventure SEVO utilizes racing technology to keep hardcore off-roaders in the saddle longer. The transmission type is the AMT Automated Manual Transmission, featuring a centrifugal clutch. In plain English, it feels like an Austrian missile that shifts itself with brutal, lightning-fast precision. The best use case is for hardcore, aging adrenaline junkies who want to crush mountain passes and fire roads without exhausting their left hand. Low-speed control is the absolute game-changer here. Because it utilizes a centrifugal clutch, it is mathematically impossible to stall the motorcycle. You can stop on a 45-degree dirt hill, roll on the throttle, and the bike will flawlessly pull you up without ever stalling. Power delivery from the 1350 ccv twin produces a mind-bending 173 horsepower. It is violent but controlled by radar-guided cruise control. Fuel range utilizes a 6-gallon tank. Highway comfort is premium, featuring semi-active electronic suspension. Reliability is the caveat. It is a highly complex, first-year Austrian supercomputer. Buy the extended warranty. New prices will exceed $22,000. One honest reason to skip it: you absolutely do not trust complex, computer-actuated electronics when you are riding 50 miles away from civilization in a remote desert. KTM built a dirt weapon, but BMW invented the category. The massive German dreadnought coming up next will physically babysit you across entire continents. Number 16. BMW R1300GS Adventure ASA. BMW invented the adventure touring category. The GS is the undisputed king of global travel. For their brand new, entirely redesigned flagship, BMW introduced technology designed to completely erase rider fatigue on transcontinental journeys. The BMW R1300 GS Adventure, equipped with ASA, is a mechanical marvel. The transmission type is the ASA, Automated Shift Assistant. In plain English, it feels like a German supercomputer erasing every single one of your riding mistakes. The best use case is for wealthy transcontinental travelers over 50 who want zero physical fatigue after riding 600 miles in a single day. Low-speed control utilizes 2 electromechanical actuators that precisely control the clutch and gear shifts. The computer calculates engine load and lean angle to slip the clutch perfectly during low-speed technical off-road rock crawling. Power delivery from the 1300cc Boxer twin produces 145 horsepower. It is completely predictable and perfectly balanced. Fuel range is unmatched, carrying 7.9 gallons of fuel in the massive aluminum tank. Highway comfort provides the ultimate wind protection bubble and electronic ride. Height adjustment. Reliability of the core engine and shaft drive is proven, but the ASA system is brand new. New prices will easily exceed $24,000 with options. One honest reason to skip it: you are an off-road purist who demands pure analog mechanical control over the rear-wheel traction in deep mud. The BMW and KTM are $20,000 supercomputers. But what if you want an automatic commuter bike that will literally run forever, get 70 miles per gallon, and cost pocket change? Do not miss what's next. Number 15. Honda NC750X DCT. If the previous bikes were exotic supercars, the Honda NC750 XDCT is a bulletproof diesel truck. Honda engineered this motorcycle to be the absolute most practical, efficient, and logical two-wheeled vehicle on the planet. It extends the riding career of daily commuters globally. The transmission type is Honda's dual-clutch transmission. In plain English, it feels like riding the most efficient, logical appliance on Earth that simply refuses to let you work hard. The best use case is for older daily commuters who want maximum utility and a low center of gravity. Low-speed control is arguably the best of any standard motorcycle. Honda took the heavy gas tank and moved it under the seat. The bike feels completely weightless at 2 miles per hour. Where the gas tank usually sits, there is a massive storage compartment that swallows a full-face helmet or a bag of groceries. Power delivery from the 745cc parallel twin produces 58 horsepower. It short shifts early, providing massive low-end torque like a diesel engine. Fuel range is staggering. The tank holds 3.7 gallons, but the engine routinely achieves 70 miles per gallon, offering incredible range. Highway comfort is completely neutral and upright. Reliability is legendary. This engine will easily outlive its owner. Used prices sit between $6,000 and $8,000. Purchase the 2021 or newer models for the refined, smoother DCT mapping. The honest downside? The engine hits a hard rev limiter at just 6,500 RPM. It feels mathematically boring to rev out. The NC750 is logical, but what if you want to take an automatic gearbox into deep sand? The off-road weapon coming up next prevents you from ever dropping your bike on a steep hill. Number 14. Honda Africa Twin DCT. Taking a massive 600-pound adventure bike off-road is terrifying for aging riders. The fear of stalling on a steep rocky incline and dropping the bike forces many riders to quit the dirt entirely. The Honda Africa Twin DCT acts as a magical safety net that physically prevents those drops from happening. The transmission type is an off-road tuned dual-clutch transmission. In plain English, it feels like a magical cheat code for the dirt that lets you focus entirely on your line and your balance, rather than your clutch hand. The best use case is for older adventure riders who are exhausted by constantly fanning a heavy clutch lever in technical off-road terrain. Low-speed control is breathtaking. The Generation 3 DCT utilizes a 6-axis inertial measurement unit, IMU. The computer physically knows when you are riding up a steep hill or leaning into a corner, and it refuses to shift gears and upset the chassis mid-corner. Power delivery from the 1084cc parallel. Twin produces 100 horsepower. It provides a smooth, predictable, traction-finding pulse. Fuel range utilizes a 5-gallon tank or over 6 gallons on the Adventure Sports model. Highway comfort features flawless standing ergonomics and plush suspension. Reliability is unquestioned Honda perfection. Used prices range from $10,000 to $14,000. Avoid the earliest 2016 DCT models if possible, as the low-speed software was slightly unrefined. One honest reason to skip it? You are an expert enduro rider who prefers manually dumping the clutch to pop the front wheel over large logs. The Africa Twin rules the trails, but what if you demand that identical powertrain wrapped in a low-slung, aggressive American cruiser silhouette? The next machine merges muscle with microchips. Number 13. Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Number 13. Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. Cruiser riders are traditionally the most stubborn demographic in motorcycling, demanding air-cooled engines and heavy, clunky gearboxes. But as arthritis sets in, pulling a heavy cable clutch in stop-and-go traffic becomes agonizing. Honda recognized this and dropped their brilliant automatic technology into a classic silhouette, creating the Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. The transmission type is the dual-clutch transmission. In plain English, it feels like a traditional American muscle cruiser with a supercomputer brain that eliminates all joint pain. The best use case is for cruiser enthusiasts with bad knees and severe wrist pain. Low-speed control is absolutely effortless. The seat height is an extremely low 27.5 inches. This allows anyone to flat-foot the bike, making U-turns and tight parking lot maneuvers completely stress-free. Power delivery utilizes the exact same engine from the Africa Twin, retuned for massive low-end grunt. It produces 86 horsepower. There is absolutely no lurching. It simply pulls hard off the line. Fuel range draws from a 3.6-gallon tank. Highway comfort features mid-mount foot controls. This is critical for older riders, as it allows you to put weight on your feet when you hit a pothole, saving your lower back from absorbing the impact. Reliability features 0 known mechanical flaws. Used prices command between $8,000 and $10,000. One honest reason to skip it? You desperately want the traditional, loud, mechanical clunk that happens when you kick a Harley-Davidson into first gear. The Rebel 1100 erases joint pain without losing the cruiser's soul. But sometimes the smartest answer isn't a smoother transmission. It's a third wheel. Welcome to the chapter where balance anxiety dies forever, and Milwaukee goes first. Chapter 7. 3 wheels, 0 fear. Number 12. Harley-Davidson Freewheeler. For many riders, growing older does not mean losing the love for motorcycles. It means finding a way to keep riding without the constant strain, anxiety, and physical exhaustion that heavy two-wheel machines can eventually create. And that is exactly where the Harley-Davidson Freewheeler becomes something special. This is not a motorcycle built around speed or aggression. It is built around confidence. The Freewheeler's 3-wheel design removes one of the biggest fears many senior riders quietly battle: balancing a heavy motorcycle at stoplights, parking lots, or uneven pavement. For riders dealing with sore knees, hip pain, arthritis, or reduced leg strength, that added stability can feel life-changing. Comfort is equally impressive. The relaxed, upright posture, stretched floorboards, wide handlebars, and deeply cushioned seat help reduce pressure on the lower back and shoulders during long highway rides. Meanwhile, Harley's Milwaukee 8-114 Twin delivers smooth, low vibration, torque that feels calm, steady, and easy on aging joints. New models typically start around $32,000, while clean used examples often range between $22,000 and $29,000. But Harley's trike story doesn't stop here. Their full-dress flagship takes everything the freewheeler started and turns it into a 1,000-pound touring fortress. Number 11. Harley-Davidson Tri-Glide Ultra. If you have been riding Harley-Davidson for 30 years and the thought of backing a 900-pound bagger out of a sloped driveway is starting to produce genuine anxiety, the Tri-Glide Ultra is the machine Harley built specifically for this conversation. At low speeds, the Tri-Glide Ultra is categorically different from any two-wheeled machine you have ridden. The two rear wheels eliminate the balancing act entirely. At a complete stop, at a red light, in a sloped parking lot, the machine stays upright without any rider input. You plant your feet, you breathe, and you go. Riders transitioning from heavy two-wheeled Harleys consistently report that the psychological relief of never needing to catch the machine is immediate and profound. The seat comfort on the Tri-Glide Ultra is benchmark level for long-distance senior touring. The deeply cushioned, wide saddle with integrated lower back support positions the rider in an upright, natural posture that manages full touring days with genuine effectiveness. The floorboards allow continuous foot repositioning to prevent knee cramping across sustained highway miles. The full-dress fairing and tall windscreen create a protected riding environment that significantly reduces upper body fatigue at highway speeds. Storage capacity is exceptional. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗡𝗥 top case carries approximately 5 gallons of gear. The hard saddlebags add approximately 3.5 gallons each for a combined touring storage capacity that eliminates the need for additional luggage systems on extended multi-week tours. Weight is approximately 1,050 pounds fully loaded. In corners, the Tri-Glide does not lean like a two-wheeled machine. New Tri-Glide Ultra pricing is approximately $36,000. Used examples in good condition sell between $22,000 and $28,000. Conversion kits from companies including Hannigan Motorsports and Motor Trike allow existing Harley-Davidson touring models to be converted to trike configuration for approximately $12,000 to $18,000. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55 Plus is the complete preservation of the Harley-Davidson touring experience. The Milwaukee 8 engine, the infotainment system, the heated seats and grips, the passenger accommodation, and the community membership all transfer directly to the trike format. You are not abandoning your riding identity. You are protecting your ability to continue it. The Tri-Glide is the ultimate American touring trike. But what if you want a machine built as a three-wheeler from the factory floor up, with technology the Harley conversion cannot match? The next machine was engineered for three wheels before it drew its first breath. Number 10. Can-Am Spyder RT Limited. The Can-Am Spyder RT Limited is the machine that proves three-wheeled vehicles do not have to feel like compromises. This is a machine designed as a trike from its first engineering sketch, and the difference between a purpose-built three-wheeler and a converted two-wheeler is immediately apparent in every aspect of the riding experience. Low-speed stability on the Spyder RT Limited is absolute. The two front wheels combined with the vehicle stability system create a machine that cannot tip over at any speed under normal operating conditions. The vehicle stability system continuously monitors wheel speed and automatically applies individual brakes to maintain directional control. For riders whose balance concerns or inner ear issues have been threatening to end their riding career, this system is the specific technology that keeps them on the road. License requirements in the United States vary by state. Approximately half of American states require a motorcycle endorsement for the Spyder RT Limited operation. The remaining states permit operation with a standard automobile license. Can-Am maintains a current state-by-state guide on their website that is the definitive reference for specific licensing requirements. Storage capacity is substantial. The front trunk provides approximately 2.5 gallons of lockable, weather-protected storage. The rear cargo system adds approximately 4 gallons of additional capacity. The combined storage is sufficient for 2 riders on extended touring without supplementary luggage. Weight is approximately 920 pounds fully fueled. Cornering is executed by pushing the handlebars in the direction of the turn rather than leaning, which is the fundamental handling difference that two-wheeled veterans must consciously adapt to. The wide front stance provides exceptional high-speed stability in sweeping corners. New Spyder RT limited pricing is approximately $31,000. Used examples sell between $19,000 and $25,000, depending on condition and model year. No conversion kits apply, as this is a purpose-built 3-wheeled vehicle. What makes this specifically appealing to riders, 55 plus, is the semi-automatic transmission that eliminates the manual clutch entirely. The paddle shift system manages gear changes without left-hand grip requirements, which is directly relevant to riders managing arthritis or reduced grip strength in their left hand. The Spyder RT Limited is technology-forward 3-wheeled touring, but what if you want the Gold Wing experience, arguably the greatest 2-up touring machine ever built, without the 2-wheel balance requirement? The next machine delivers exactly that combination. Number 9. Honda Goldwing DCT Trike Conversion. The Honda Goldwing Tour DCT is the benchmark 2-up touring machine. The California sidecar conversion transforms it into the benchmark 3-wheeled touring machine while preserving every quality that made the Goldwing legendary. This is the conversion that touring couples point to when they want the Goldwing experience without the balance demands. Low-speed stability through the California sidecar rear conversion transforms the Goldwing's handling character completely. The converted machine sits solidly on 3 contact points at all speeds, including complete stops. The DCT transmission combined with the 3-wheel stability means the rider manages 0 clutch operations and 0 balance correction simultaneously, creating the most physically undemanding premium touring experience available at any price. License requirements follow the same state-by-state variation as other 3-wheeled vehicles. The Goldwing trike conversion typically falls into the 3-wheeled motorcycle classification in most states, requiring a motorcycle endorsement. A smaller number of states permit automobile license operation. Verify with your state DMV before finalizing the purchase. Storage capacity on the converted Goldwing trike is extraordinary. The standard Goldwing Tour's integrated top case carries approximately 5.5 gallons. The saddlebags add approximately 3.5 gallons combined. The California sidecar conversion maintains all factory storage while adding structural integrity to the rear end. Converted weight is approximately 950 pounds. The conversion eliminates the lean-based cornering of the standard Goldwing, replacing it with the flat cornering characteristic shared by all 3-wheeled machines. The flat 6 engine's ultra-low center of mass means the converted trike handles weight distribution exceptionally well through sweeping highway curves. New Goldwing Tour DCT pricing starts at approximately $30,500 before conversion. The California sidecar conversion adds approximately $15,000 to $18,000. Used converted examples are available between $25,000 and $35,000 depending on the Goldwing generation and conversion quality. What makes this specifically appealing to riders 55 plus is the combination of the Goldwing's proven reliability, its comprehensive passenger comfort, and the conversion's complete elimination of balance-related physical demands without sacrificing a single quality that Goldwing owners have been loyal to for decades. The Goldwing trike is legendary comfort on 3 wheels. But what if Harley-Davidson's newest 3-wheeler offers something the Tri-Glide cannot? Up next, the machine that rewrote the Harley trike formula entirely. Number 8. Harley-Davidson Road Glide 3. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide 3 represents Harley's most ambitious 3-wheeled engineering to date, taking the frame-mounted fairing of the Road Glide platform, which eliminates steering vibration transmitted to the handlebars, and combining it with a 3-wheeled chassis that was designed alongside the motorcycle rather than added to it afterward. Low-speed stability on the road. 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 benefits from the lower center of gravity of the road glide platform compared to the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗘𝗥𝗦 Ultra. The frame-mounted fairing means the steering geometry operates independently of wind load at highway speeds, delivering a notably smoother and more predictable handling character than fork-mounted alternatives. At complete stops on sloped surfaces, the three-wheel stance holds the machine absolutely stationary without rider effort. Riding position on the road. 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 places the rider in a commanding, upright posture behind the frame-mounted fairing that creates one of the most effective wind barriers in the three-wheeled touring category. The floorboards distribute foot load naturally across extended touring days. Seat height is approximately 26 inches, providing exceptional ground access for riders of varying inseam lengths. License requirements mirror the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 Ultra precisely. Most United States require a motorcycle endorsement. The state-by-state variation for three-wheeled vehicles with two rear wheels is actively being revised in multiple states, making current DMV consultation essential before purchase. Storage capacity includes the tour pack carrying approximately 5 gallons and hard saddlebags providing approximately 7 gallons combined, creating a total storage capacity that comfortably equips 2 riders for week-long touring without supplementary luggage. Weight is approximately 1,040 pounds. The Road 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜's frame-mounted fairing advantage becomes most apparent at sustained highway speeds, where the absence of steering vibration from wind load produces measurably lower rider fatigue across 5- and 6-hour touring days. New Road 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 pricing is approximately $34,000. Used examples are appearing in the market between $22,000 and $28,000. As early adopters trade up or adjust their purchasing decisions. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55+ is the frame-mounted fairing's direct fatigue reduction benefit. Riders who have experienced the physical difference between fork-mounted and frame-mounted fairings on long days describe the Road 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 platform as measurably less exhausting. On a three-wheeled machine, where the goal is maximum sustainable daily mileage, this advantage is directly relevant. The Road 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜 refines the Harley trike formula, but what if your heart says three-wheeled freedom, but your wallet refuses to say $30,000? The next machine puts 3 wheels within reach of riders who thought this category was financially out of their range. Number 7, Can-Am Ryker. The Can-Am Ryker is the machine that democratized three-wheeled motorcycling. While the Spyder RT Limited targets premium touring buyers, the Ryker targets everyone who wants three-wheeled stability but cannot justify $30,000 to get it. The result is arguably the most important three-wheeled vehicle in the segment for first-time trike buyers and returning riders on constrained budgets. Low-speed stability on the Ryker inherits the same fundamental architecture as the Spyder, with 2 front wheels and the vehicle stability system monitoring traction continuously. The lighter weight compared to the RT Limited makes low-speed maneuvering more accessible for riders who have been managing confidence issues with heavier machines. The Ryker at complete stops requires 0 balance input from the rider. License requirements follow the same state-by-state pattern as the Spyder RT Limited. Approximately half of American states permit automobile license operation. The remaining states require a motorcycle endorsement. Storage capacity is modest relative to the premium tourers on this list. The optional Ryker bags add approximately 1.5 gallons each. The open-air format means most storage is exposed to weather without supplementary luggage solutions. Weight is approximately 590 pounds, making the Ryker the lightest three-wheeled vehicle on this list and the easiest to maneuver at low speeds and tight spaces. New Ryker pricing starts at approximately $10,000 for the base configuration. Well-equipped examples with Rally Edition specification reach approximately $13,000. Used examples are consistently available between $6,500 and $9,000. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55+ is the entry point it provides for cautious returners who want to experience three-wheeled stability before committing premium touring budgets. The Ryker answers the question of whether three-wheeled riding works for a specific rider's physical situation at a price that makes the answer affordable. The Riker opens the door. But what if you live in the city where a full-size touring trike is simply too large? Japan built a leaning three-wheeler that solves urban mobility with genuine elegance. Number 6. Yamaha 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 300. The Yamaha 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 300 is the machine that solves a problem the large American tourers cannot: urban three-wheeled mobility in tight city environments, where a full-size touring trike is simply too large to operate efficiently. For senior riders who live in urban environments and want three-wheeled stability for city riding and light touring, the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 represents a categorically different solution. Low-speed stability on the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 300 uses Yamaha's leaning multi-wheel technology. Unlike conventional trikes, the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 leans into corners like a two-wheeled machine while maintaining the stability advantage of two front wheels at low speeds. A parking lock mechanism holds the machine upright at complete stops, eliminating the need for foot-down balance at intersections. Riding position is upright and naturally comfortable in the maxi scooter format. The wide seat, flat floorboards, and step-through design allow riders to sit down without swinging a leg over a high seat or fuel tank. For riders with hip flexibility limitations, the step-through format is a genuine physical advantage. License requirements for the 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 300 are complex and vary significantly. In the United States, most states classify it as a motorcycle, requiring a motorcycle endorsement. In several European countries where the model is also sold, car license operation is permitted, but American buyers should confirm state-specific requirements with their DMV. New 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 300 pricing is approximately $8,500. Used examples appear between $5,500 and $7,000. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55 Plus is the combination of step-through access, automatic transmission, and the parking lock system that eliminates balance management at stops without requiring the physical mass of a full-size touring trike. The 𝗕𝗨𝗬𝗜𝗘𝗏 solves the city equation. But what if an Italian manufacturer refined the leaning three-wheel formula into something with more displacement, more protection, and a level of urban sophistication that the Yamaha cannot quite match? Up next is where Italian engineering meets three-wheel innovation. Number 5. Piaggio MP3530 HPE. The Piaggio MP3530 HPE is the machine that demonstrates how the leaning three-wheel concept reaches its most refined expression when an Italian manufacturer with decades of scooter engineering experience applies serious resources to the concept. Low-speed stability uses Piaggio's advanced leaning technology with a hydraulic locking mechanism that physically locks the front parallelogram at low speeds and complete stops. This means the MP3530 sits perfectly upright without rider input at traffic lights, then smoothly unlocks to enable natural leaning as speed increases. It is the most sophisticated low-speed stability system on any leaning three-wheeler currently available to American buyers. Riding position in the MP3. 530 is scooter format luxury. The large, deeply cushioned seat, wide floorboards, and tall adjustable windscreen create a protected, upright environment that manages urban commuting and light touring with equal effectiveness. The step-through design eliminates high leg swing requirements entirely. Storage capacity is generous for the format. The underseat compartment accommodates a full-face helmet plus additional gear. The optional rear top case adds approximately 1¼ gallons of secured weatherproof storage. Weight is approximately 570 pounds. The parallelogram front suspension provides a contact patch width that delivers significantly more traction than any single front-wheel machine in wet or slippery conditions. New Piaggio MP3530 HPE pricing is approximately $11,000. Used examples appear between $7,000 and $9,000. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55 Plus is the hydraulic locking system's complete elimination of the toppling risk at traffic stops without requiring the full-size footprint of a conventional touring trike. For urban senior riders who want maximum stability in city traffic without managing a 1,000-pound machine, this is the most sophisticated solution available. The Piaggio refines the leaning formula. But what if you want something with an entirely different philosophy, a sidecar rig with a history reaching back to the Soviet era, built for riders who consider adventure more important than comfort? The next machine is unlike anything else on this list. Number 4, 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜. The 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜 is the machine that refuses to fit any conventional three-wheeled category and is better for it. It is not a trike in the conventional sense. It is a sidecar rig with the third wheel mounted laterally rather than in line with the motorcycle. And this fundamentally different geometry creates a riding experience that is categorically unlike every other machine on this list. Low-speed stability on the 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜 is absolute in the conventional sense. The sidecar prevents tipping in the lateral direction entirely. However, the sidecar geometry introduces a directional pull characteristic that two-wheeled veterans must consciously adapt to. Acceleration pulls toward the sidecar side. Braking pulls away from it. These characteristics are learnable and become intuitive with moderate experience, but they represent a genuine handling adaptation that conventional trike riders do not face. Riding position on the 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜 is upright and classic in character. The wide handlebars, natural foot peg position, and vintage aesthetic create a riding experience that is more connected to motorcycling's original character than any other machine on this list. The sidecar provides passenger accommodation that is uniquely social, with the passenger sitting beside the rider rather than behind, which many senior couples describe as a preferred social dynamic for shared riding. License requirements for sidecar rigs in the United States vary by state. Most states require a motorcycle endorsement. Some states have specific sidecar endorsements or treat sidecar rigs differently from conventional motorcycles. Confirm with your state DMV as the regulations are inconsistently applied. Storage capacity includes the sidecar trunk, providing approximately 2.5 gallons of secured storage, plus additional luggage mounting options on the rear rack and sidecar body. What makes this specifically appealing to riders 55 plus is the unique social experience of sidecar riding, combined with the shaft drive simplicity and the genuine adventure capability of the two-wheel drive system. For couples who have been touring together and want something that changes the dynamic of shared riding completely, the 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜 offers an experience no conventional trike replicates. The 𝗕𝗟𝗬𝗜 offers adventure with a social twist. But what if three wheels came packaged with a car-like open cockpit experience, automotive cornering dynamics, and the most visually dramatic machine on this list? The next machine turns heads everywhere it travels. Number 3, Polaris Slingshot Grand Touring. The Polaris Slingshot Grand Touring Edition occupies a unique regulatory and experiential position in the three-wheeled vehicle market. It is classified as an autocycle in most United States states, which means it is not a motorcycle for licensing purposes in the majority of American jurisdictions. Riding position in the Grand Touring Edition is reclined bucket seat with full weather protection from the available roof system and windscreen. The heated seats and available audio system create a driving environment that riders coming from traditional motorcycles describe as surprisingly comfortable for extended trips. License requirements are the most accessible on this list. In 46 United States states, the Slingshot requires only a standard automobile license. 4 states require a motorcycle endorsement. For senior riders who have surrendered their motorcycle license or who never obtained one, the Slingshot provides three-wheeled freedom with a standard car license in the overwhelming majority of American jurisdictions. Storage capacity includes a rear cargo area, providing approximately 1.5 gallons of open storage behind the seats, supplemented by optional lockable storage solutions from the Polaris accessories catalog. Weight is approximately 1,800 pounds. The automotive suspension with double wishbone front geometry delivers flat, planted cornering at high speeds that feels more like a sports car than any motorcycle-derived three-wheeler. New Slingshot Grand Touring Edition pricing is approximately $33,000. Used examples sell between $20,000 and $26,000. What makes this specifically appealing to riders 55 plus is the automobile license accessibility combined with the open-air excitement of a vehicle that produces more visceral driving pleasure than any enclosed automobile at a comparable price. For riders whose physical limitations have moved them away from motorcycles, the Slingshot provides outdoor vehicle excitement that no automobile can replicate while requiring zero balance management and zero motorcycle endorsement in most states. The Slingshot delivers car license freedom, but what if you want something that keeps the motorcycle feel, uses leaning dynamics, and delivers sport touring capability in a package that experienced riders describe as the most rewarding three-wheeler to ride actively? Coming up next, the most dynamically capable three-wheeler we have covered. Number 2, Yamaha Niken GT. The Yamaha Niken GT is the machine for experienced riders who are not willing to surrender the dynamic riding experience of a two-wheeled motorcycle, but want the additional traction and stability of a second front wheel at the price of complete surrender to conventional trike dynamics. Low-speed stability on the Niken GT is the most nuanced on this list. The Niken leans into corners exactly like a two-wheeled motorcycle. It does not park itself upright at stops. It still requires the rider to put feet down at complete stops. What the second front wheel provides is dramatically increased traction on slippery surfaces, gravel, wet pavement, and painted road markings that can destabilize a single front wheel machine. The Niken is not a machine for riders seeking total elimination of balance requirements. It is a machine for riders seeking enhanced traction confidence while retaining the full motorcycle riding experience. Riding position on the Niken GT is sport touring in character. The upright posture, wide handlebars, and GT specification, adjustable windscreen create a comfortable long-distance environment. The GT specification adds heated grips and enhanced wind protection over the standard Niken. Seat height is approximately 32 inches. License requirements in the United States uniformly require a motorcycle endorsement. The Niken leans and handles like a motorcycle, is regulated as a motorcycle, and requires motorcycle licensing in all 50 states. Storage capacity includes optional factory panniers in the GT specification, providing approximately 2¼ gallons combined of secured storage, suitable for weekend touring. Weight is approximately 584 pounds. The double front wheel contact patch provides approximately 40% more front traction than a comparable single front wheel machine, which is the specific engineering advantage that Niken delivers in real-world conditions. New Niken GT pricing is approximately $15,999. Used examples sell between $11,000 and $13,500. What makes this specifically appealing to riders? 55+ is the traction confidence it provides on imperfect road surfaces without requiring the rider to change their fundamental riding technique or accept the dynamic compromises of conventional flat cornering trikes. For the senior rider whose concern is front wheel slide on wet roads rather than balance at stops, the Niken GT addresses precisely that specific anxiety while preserving the complete motorcycle riding experience they have spent decades developing. Three wheels are not a retreat from motorcycling. They are an evolution of it. But we promised you a king. One machine remains, and it is the reason the modern touring industry still exists. Picture it. You buy the bike. It looked clean. It sounded great. 3 weeks later, the bills start. A worn chain, tired forks, a service the seller never mentioned. That's thousands gone on a bike you already paid full price for. Our inspection checklist catches every one of those before you pay, walking the bike like a mechanic. Spend $49 now or lose thousands later. Scan the QR on the right or tap the link in the description. Don't let a hidden problem drain your wallet. Chapter 8, The King. Number 1, Honda Goldwing DCT. We reach the absolute pinnacle. When riders over the age of 55 want to cross the continent with a passenger, they inevitably end up on a Honda Goldwing DCT. In 2018, Honda completely redesigned the Goldwing, stripping away massive amounts of weight and integrating the most advanced transmission in motorcycle history. It literally saved the heavy touring segment. The transmission type is a bespoke 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. In plain English, it feels like flying first class in a private jet that flawlessly, silently shifts through gears without you ever noticing. The best use case is for riders crossing state lines who demand absolute luxury and zero physical fatigue. Low-speed control features a revolutionary technology called walking mode. By using the DCT system, you press a button on the handlebar to creep the motorcycle forward or backward at exactly 1 mile per hour. It makes parking an 800-pound motorcycle effortless. You never have to physically push the bike backward. Power delivery from the 1,832 cc flat 6 engine produces 125 horsepower. Because it is a flat 6, it possesses perfect primary balance. There is zero vibration. Fuel range utilizes a 5.5-gallon tank with perfect aerodynamic efficiency. Highway comfort features arguably the most comfortable, supportive seat in the entire automotive industry, paired with an electronic windscreen and Apple CarPlay. Reliability is unquestioned. A Goldwing engine is fully expected to cross 300,000 miles without requiring major internal service. Used prices command $18,000 to $24,000. Any model year 2018 or newer is absolute perfection. The only reason to say no? You are deeply, stubbornly contrarian, because this 7-speed DCT is mathematically and mechanically superior to human shifting in every conceivable way. And there it is. 82 machines, every category, zero back pain. Whatever you ride next, buy it smart. And if you want to keep the countdowns coming, hit that subscribe button. Now click the video on your screen right now because the road doesn't end here. Ride safe, and we'll see you out there.